Welcome, wargamers, to today's Age of Sigmar Battle Report. I am Luka from MiniWarGaming.com, joined by Travis. We are playing 2,000 points of Nighthaunt against Maggotkin of Nurgle.
But first, a quick word from our sponsors, us. In fact, we have a lifetime Vault membership sale going on right now at MiniWarGaming.com/lifetime, where you can pay once and never have to pay again for a Silver Vault membership. Also, stay tuned this Saturday for a special open vault behind the scenes on our channel. So watch out for that, where we talk about projects like this and many other up and coming things. So enjoy the battle report. Link in the description below.
We play and call it work. MiniWarGaming's Age of Sigmar Battle Report.
The Nighthaunt army list first. We are running the Emerald Host. I've decided this is my favorite sub-faction. I haven't played the Grieving Legion yet. I got to give them a solid try, but I'm not too sure how I'd want to build their list. I think I need more models for that. Anyways, I digress. The grand strategy will be fright or flight, because I lack imagination. And my triumph, if I get it, will be bloodthirsty. Now, I'm running a bunch of battalions here. I got a Bounty Hunter battalion, a Warlord battalion, and a Command Entourage battalion. That'll allow me to take 2 extra artifacts for my magnificence. Now, our leader is a Knight of Shrouds on Ethereal Steed. He will be our general, and he will, of course, be a spiteful spirit. He will take an artifact of power known as the Arcane Tome. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It allows him to become a wizard. It's quite good. He'll take Lifesteal as a spell from the lore of Nighthaunt. We are going to run a couple of Tomb Banshees. We are going to try the Scriptor Mortis another time. He didn't do anything for me in my last game, spoiler, but the threat of his existence is always there. We will be giving him the Pendant of the Fellwind to allow him to protect himself as well as his bodyguard a wee bit more. And of course, we have a Guardian of Souls with the Midnight Tome, and he'll know Shade Mist. Lastly, we have a Spirit Torment. We have 6 characters in this list. You kind of need it to fill out all those battalions I brought. I like all the artifacts that these guys are bringing to bear. I don't technically need the Arcane Tome, but I feel weird not having that extra wizard on the table. Moving on to battle line, we have 3 units of Hex Wraiths. They are all naturally going to be Bounty Hunters because they're an excellent Bounty Hunter unit. Still can't wait for that to go away. And then we have Spirit Host Reinforced. Just to act as a bodyguard unit and something of an anvil to a degree. I'm not too sure if they're actually going to work in all regards that way, but we'll try. Filling out the rest of my points here, we have a pair of Blade Geist Revenants. Like their speed, like their hitting power, like everything they kind of bring to bear. And they kind of go in line with what I'm trying to do here on theme. And lastly, we do have a pair of endless spells. We have the Burning Head and the infamous Purple Sun of Shaish. Because you'd be crazy to play Nighthaunt without it. Well, that's not true. You could definitely make Nighthaunt work without it, but it just complements the way they play very well. And in being that they're ethereal. And that's kind of only it. But you guys get it. You guys get it. Let's go take a look at the Maggotkin of Nurgle list and see what Travis is bringing to today's battle, because I think it's a lot of demons.
I'm Travis, and with my Demons Nurgle army, I'm running the Drowning Guard, led by a Great Unclean One with the Bile Sword and Plague Flail. And he knows the spell Fleshy Abundance. He's carrying the Noxious Nexus for his artifact power, and his command trait is the Gift of Febrile Frenzy. Battle line, I have Battalion of Expert Conquerors. I have 2 units of 10 Plague Bearers, identical with full command. Second battalion running is a Battle Regiment led by Horticulous Slumucks with 2 reinforced units of 2 Beasts of Nurgle and 1 single Beast of Nurgle, and 2 3-man squads of Plague Drones.
Alright, that is it for the armies. Let's go take a look at the mission for today. It's got a lot of objectives. Today, Travis and I will be playing Close to the Chest. This has I don't even know what to call this deployment. It's very similar to Vanguard, kind of close to Search and Destroy. As you can see, it's kind of awkward. We have 6 objectives. There will be technically 2 completely in each player's territory, and then 2 bordering each player's territory. So you have access to 4 objectives each, but 2 of them are points of contention here. Now, you'll notice that in each player's territory, they have attackers' objectives, and they'll have defenders' objectives. These are important because there's a rule called the Alpha Objective. So at the start of every player turn, their opponent is going to pick one of their own objectives. So if it's the defender's turn, the attacker will pick one of their own objectives to be an Alpha Objective. and that will award you additional victory points when you go to score, such as 1 point for controlling 1 objective, 1 for controlling 2, and then 1 for having more than your opponent, and then of course 1 if you're able to take the alpha objective. On top of that, you'll get 2 points for every battle tactic you're able to accomplish, and at the end, 3 for your grand strategy. Whoever has the most amount of points after 5 battle rounds will be the winner. And this is what we have for today's battlefield. Weirdly enough, like I had an image in my mind of what I wanted to do, and I loaded it up with terrain, then realized, oh, that doesn't sometimes work for Age of Sigmar. So this is actually after taking a lot of the terrain off the battlefield. I wanted like a little like arcane ruins and monoliths going down the middle with all these weird like skulls built into some of the rocks and ruins about, but it didn't quite hit the mark for me, but hopefully you guys appreciate it all the same. I want to give a shout out to some of the terrain companies here though. The battle mat is a very deserty one, is from Table War. It is a 44-inch by 60-inch battle mat, you know, for your standard Age of Sigmar size battles. They have many other options available on their website if you want to go check them out in the description down below. Games Workshop kits, and then these are Gale Force 9 monoliths with skulls built into them. It's a whole set they have. You can go check them out over by clicking on the link in the description below. We're going to go ahead and deploy our forces. We're going to roll off and pick. Again, the territories are like one starting here all the way up to that objective, and the other one is mirrored this way. But I would like to remind those who are watching if they might want to come by and challenge us here at MiniWarGaming.com, play some games, have some fun, come up with some narrative ideas, maybe just throw down some match play stuff. Bring your freshly painted army. It's a great excuse to get your army painted, by the way. So it's kind of like getting a tattoo. You know, you never really get a tattoo until you book the appointment. So it's kind of like you never really get your army painted until you book an appointment to come by to MiniWarGaming and play a game. So that's what a lot of the people end up doing. Now, go to MiniWarGaming.com/challenge, and that will redirect you to where you need to be. That'll talk to Josh. He'll sign up a game. We are looking for everything, but if you want to get in quicker, we are looking always for some Age of Sigmar players, because it's a great game, but I don't know, everyone else playing 40K. Where are the AOS players?
I got nothing for that one.
You got nothing for that one? All right, that's fair. We just need more AOS players, so thank you, Travis, for being an AOS player. We need more of you guys here. Again, MiniWarGaming.com/challenge for that. I guess we're going to go ahead and roll off, pick sides. The roll-off not overly important here because it's just, you know, over the drops. Travis is going to beat me for sure. You'll see where we end up picking. And we are deployed. I won the roll-off. I chose this side because lazy. And then realized, oh yeah, this is that horrible deployment of the L. So you have like this big no man's land kind of shaped like this, where we have to be 9 away from that line up the middle. You get 6 inches of power over on the flanks there. And that's where we deployed some of our forces to threaten the objectives. This is a really cool scenario once you're done deploying. Deploying is always the pain in the butt part for this one. I went this side over here. I finished deploying second because I have all individual drops. I prefer the extra artifacts over the battle regiment, even though Nighthaunt definitely want to go second because Nighthaunt double turns real nasty. So my line was like around here, so I didn't really commit to it overly too much. Nighthaunt over here. Spirit Host. I've also realized that I want to get a Cruel Ghast. I want to get a couple of Excruciators to replace the Scriptor Mortis or the Banshees. I'm not too sure. Probably the Scriptor Mortis realistically. The Banshees are pretty clutch though too. So I might try and figure it to make the Scriptor Mortis and Excruciator work in the list, because I'm going to keep running 6 heroes. I think it's hilarious. All the Nighthaunt heroes are really cool and fun and unique. So it's hard to like replace them because I have a lot of fun playing them. Scriptor Mortis, all my heroes are pretty much over here. We have Spirit Torment, Guardian of Souls, 1 Banshee in there, and then our Blade Geist Revenants, Hex Raids, our General, more Hex Raids. They're going to probably chill for a bit over there. And we have more of all the stuff over here, except one of our Banshees is on this flank, just to help support this site over here. And then what do we got for your side, Travis?
Got, Plague Bearers here, 3 Plague Flies, 2 Beasts, a Great and Clean one, the Lone Beast, Slummox and 2 Beasts in front, another squad of Plague Drones, and last squad of Plague Bearers all the way over there.
Absolutely. So you did finish dropping first because you have 4 drops. You got a Battle Regiment plus 3 dudes. So who do you want to have priority here?
I'm gonna have you go first.
Yeah, makes sense.
I don't move that fast.
Yeah, you don't move that fast. Typically, Nighthaunt going first. I don't do a whole lot either, so it won't be overly exciting. But it'll be, at least I'll be able to do battle tactics, unlike my last game, which I was not able to do because of the mission. So it'll be turn 1 for the Nighthaunt. So good luck to you and your Nurgle side, but better luck to me. as Nighthaunt. Before we do that, we have to roll for the Cycle of Corruption, and I am the Emerald Host, so I gotta pick a couple curses, but I doubt that's gonna pick the priority for this first turn. Travis, roll me up a d6, see where we start this cycle at. A 2. Yeah, 2 is my favorite roll to start with. I like 2 or 3. I'm okay with either one of those, because then you get the Burgeoning, extra command. Sure, that's whatever. But the Plague of Misery, Nostrils Revulsion, and Rampant Disease in that order are nearly perfect. Locus of Fecundity, everything being near Locus of Fecundity on turn 1 is kind of a wash, but whatever. Like, that's okay. You got the good order for the rest of the stuff coming up. Now, I am the Emerald Host, so the whole narrative of this list is we're sent out by Lady Olinder to essentially enact vengeance. This guy is out looking for a soul to judge. His whole mission was to go out and judge a soul, and that soul is the Great Unclean One. That'll be in my hero phase, technically. Yep. I do that. But so he's trying to pen down the Great Unclean One's name in his big book there, and he'll be doing mortal wounds to him to capture his soul for Negash, for Lady Olinder, and all that good stuff. Now, the Emerald Host curses the enemy. It's a cursed enemy force we're here to hunt, so I get to roll a d3 and add 1 to the result. I got a 4. So that means I pick 4 units in Travis's army, and they're going to take d3 mortal wounds at the end of every battle round. Plus 1 if they're a monster. Is Horticulus a monster? I doubt it.
He's not.
He's not. So Great Unclean One's going to be one of the picks, and I got to pick 3 more things. Probably going to keep it simple. We're going to go drones, Horticulus, just so I don't have to worry about it too much. Yeah. So they're all cursed, and they'll be taking on a 2-up d3 mortal wounds at the end of every battle round. And that is it. We're now good to go into Nighthaunt turn 1. Action's not overly important. I'm just going to leadership on my general. I'll do it on my wizard, actually. I'll keep that on him. I'm not going to do much with that. I'm going to go for leadership because you can unbind 2 on the Great Unclean One.
It's 4.
No. Nope. For battle tactics, we pretty much have, because I put so much stuff on the table here, Desecrate their land is a pretty easy one. You just pick a piece of terrain in the enemy territory. I don't even think it has to be wholly within it. It just has to be partially within it, and you just take it for the point. So I'm probably gonna pick Desecrate their land, and I'm gonna say, you see that fancy that section of ruined walls there? That's the one I'm gonna desecrate. That I'm gonna put my ectoplasm on it, dude. You gotta watch out, my green goo. You have to pick an alpha objective.
Yep.
I assume you're gonna pick the one near the Great Unclean One.
Yeah.
That's a safe pick.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go for it. You can't trick me.
I mean, this feels kind of weird to give you an objective right off the bat for a prize.
If you know what, I promise, if you pick that one, I'll pick an easy one for you on my turn. 100% promise. I would never lie. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because I'll feel bad when I lie.
No.
You're going to say no?
4 inches, and I'm not getting there.
Even if I was to give you a nice one, you probably wouldn't be able to get there in time?
I would probably fail the roll, or somehow misdeployed.
All right.
So fair. I'm just going to take the easy one and pick this one for this turn.
That's fair. All right. That'll be the alpha objective. If I'm able to get that objective, which, spoiler, I won't, I will get an extra point. So I'm going to say Desecrate their land for that one, to burn that easy battle tactic right away and not have to think too much on it. And I do want to go for an objective to get the Hold More turn. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of risque stuff there, but it's not going to be, it won't be too bad, I guess. The Scriptor Mortis doesn't really roll for the Judgment right away. You pick a target, and then the following hero phase, if you and that target are on the table, you keep rolling to do mortal wounds to them. And I'll explain that further later on. Now, our Guardian of Souls is in range of the Great Unclean One for unbinding. That's kind of on me. I didn't really measure that. I'm going to go ahead and try and cast a... part of me wants to do Shade Mist. Part of me wants to get the Burning Skull on the table with him. I think... Let's go, you know what, let's see, this is going to change the pacing a little more. Let's do our Night of Shrouds. He's going to try and hard cast the Purple Sun of Shaiish. We fail, got a 4. Now, the one thing I will say about my artifacts, the Midnight Tome on the Guardian of Souls is he automatically casts an endless spell at 12. So he's the guy I'm going to be using to try and cast the Purple Sun. So because he failed the Purple Sun, I'm probably going to want it on turn 2. I don't want him controlling the Flaming Skull. No, I'm going to cast Flaming Skull because it moves quite a bit. I got an 11. That's the only spell I'm casting, so you might as well try and stop it.
Yep.
Looking for a 12 from the Great Unclean One. Nope. No, so we got a hot head. All right, burning head right there. Wholly within 6. And I really think I'm done with my hero phase. I got nothing else to really do, so we're just going to go ahead and move it, and we're going to send it towards the enemy. Go! There. And then we're on to movement. My movement's not going to be very exciting, if I'm to be honest. I am going to... This is all staying still. because I want to control this objective, and I don't really need to commit this guy anywhere. And they're fast enough to get around the table if I need them to. You know what? I will move them a little bit, actually. Let's just move them a little bit further forward, because I would like to have some pressure, a little bit easier pressure, but I want them to stay within 6 of the objective. And our Knight of Shrouds is going to chill here. I guess you can get a... Yeah, we'll go there. I don't want to overly commit. This is fine. We are going to move these lads. We have to, because of the terrain, I have to get a little bit closer to it. So we're going to have our Hex Rays. Start of the movement phase, they're going to do their Hex Wraith move, where they double their move characteristic, and they get to move up to 24 inches, so they're just going to fly it over there. Hex Rays giddy up, and we get the 1 model within 3 of the piece of terrain there. We got a couple models within 6 of that. I was debating on moving this to get in range of the objective, but we have Expert Conquerors there, so no thank you. That's all yours, dog. You have it. You got it. We are going to shift our Plaguegeist Revenant just a wee bit, just to hang it over here, I think, though. They're ending there to some degree. Let's commit a little bit more up here. Yeah, something like this. I like that. And then we ran the Tomb Banshee just to go over there. Everything's got to fly. My favorite thing about Nighthaunt is just like it's weird for a Death Army to have this much mobility, but they're a little bit more fragile than the other Death Armies in different ways. Like Soulblight gets just like rolled over, but like they get a lot of models back and things like that. These guys, they get some models back, but not a lot, not a whole lot there. That's where we're gonna end up there. We're not gonna try and contest the objectives because you got Expert Conquerors. They're gonna do what they're gonna do best, and we're gonna end our turn there. That's my typical Nighthaunt turn 1. It's just go around, move around, grab objectives. So we finish our battle tactic. We control 1, 2, 3 objectives, whereas you control 2 currently, because you'll gain control of those 2 now. And that means I hold more, but I don't get the alpha objectives. So it's a 5-point turn, not bad. And I suspect Nurgle will get the same as we go into their turn. All right, I do lose my command point that I did for leadership, but I didn't really have anything I needed to do with it anyways. Our command points go up because our generals are alive. I'm at 5 victory points currently. The Great Unclean One's the general.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the general. He has the command trait where he does extra disease points for being near enemies. And we didn't talk about your grand strategy. What was it?
My grand strategy is take what's theirs. So
makes sense.
I need to have more units wholly within your territory at the end of the battlefield
than my own, which is typically not a bad Nurgle one because they want to play the attrition game anyways, and try and make that work. And if you don't have more units in my territory anyways, you probably already lost the game for another reason as Nurgle, right? In a roundabout way. All right, we're gonna go on to your hero phase where you gain contagion. Is it corruption or contagion? I never know, dude. I can never remember. It's one of the two.
Yeah,
it's one of those.
I keep saying corruption points.
They're CPs.
I feel like it's contagion, and I know I keep thinking it's the wrong one, and it's going to drive me nuts this whole entire time.
Every time I played Maggotkin, I'm like, I gain corruption points or contagion points. I don't know, guys. It's one of the two. I gain CPs, but not command points. It's contagion points. We looked it up. Currently gaining 1 for the tree. And then you get 3 for every territory the Nurgle units are in. So 3 for his own. And you get a bonus one if there's no enemy units there, but I do have the 1 in the 1 model in the territory there, the Hex Wraith claiming that objective. So it'll be 4. I've already forgotten. Contagion?
4 contagion points.
Heck yeah. All right, what's the battle tactic?
All right, I'm going to do desecrate the land and try to
go for this essentially. Yeah,
pretty much.
This is the best bet because it's in my territory. That's where the territory line is. If anyone's curious, so it works. I did the same thing over there. So you just have to get a model within 3 inches of it. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. And
get there slowly.
What do you think for actions?
Just gonna do
leadership.
Yeah.
Leadership, fair. Yeah, me too. I was gonna get mine out of the way. No, didn't get it. Do you? Yeah, hey, heck yeah. Is it the big thickness getting it?
Yeah, Grand Clan one's getting it.
All right, fair. I'm gonna make an errata on my turn. I didn't really need the leadership at all, and I could use the willpower. I forgot my other wizard is out of unbind range. So I'm just going to make this guy heroic willpower. So I have 2 unbinds. Doesn't change much. I'll even dock myself a command point later if it matters. I don't plan on using even 2. Clean was going to use one of his spell slots to dispel the Burning Skull. I think you just need a 7 to get rid of it.
Nope.
Well, it's not cast on a 5, so it perceives. It knows. It sees all before it. No, it persists. What do you want to do for your second spell?
I'm going to have the Great Unclean One do Fleshy Abundance on this unit of flies.
Bugs!
So I need a 7.
7. You got a... Is that a miscast?
It's a 3.
No, it's a 3. Okay. I couldn't see that. I'm like, a 1. Oh, no. It's a good thing you don't need magic as Nurgle, right? Is there anything else to do in the hero phase?
I
don't think so.
believe that's it, because I really don't want to throw another tree.
Right, there's,
So I get
oh,
one
yeah,
for
he
one.
can cultivate a tree. He can make another one. Yeah, you can just do that later if you want to, yeah.
It's going to be right next to this one.
Oh, yeah, I guess just put it right over there. That works too. All right, well, I get to move the Burning Skull. It's just a quick little, it just moves, it moves its 8 inches to there and explodes on the Plague Bearers. Poof. Only on a 2. It explodes, might not do the damage though. And it deals 2 mortal wounds to the Plague Bearers. They are disgustingly resilient, so they have a 5 up. They don't care about fire. Oh, okay, 1 Plague Bearer dies. Blech. Oh, if you want that one.
Yeah, that one's fine.
Bam. So we're going to go into movement. We're going to show you where all of this ends up after the movement phase. Now you guys are probably wondering, wow, it doesn't look like anything moved at all. Well, that's Nurgle Daemons. So they have to doubled just to make sure they get onto this and the objectives. We have some models holding the objectives, some models holding the objective terrain. The Beast of Nurgle and Horticulus just like are going through that gap between the tree and the arcane pillar. And then everything else ran. They rolled a 1. Everything else actually pretty much rolled a 1. So
Pretty much.
yeah, nothing really rolled overly well on the. I don't think the plague drones ran. They wanted to shoot. What's the range of a death head?
It's 7.
Okay, yeah. So they just move forward. And there's no shooting. There's no charging. There's no fighting. Pretty. Are we even here to fight?
Eventually, we'll get there.
We'll get there. Part of me doesn't want to. That's it. We're done the first battle round. So that means you are going to get a bunch of points. You are on. Now you're on 3 of the objectives, but I'm also on 3.
Yep.
So that means you only get 4 points. Oh, sorry, this is my alpha objective over here, naturally. Forgot to say that, but I think that goes without saying. So you get 4 points because you get battle tactic, you're holding 1 and 2 objectives. But you do not hold more than me, sir. So I am in the lead.
True.
And with that, I'm going to run away. I'm going to run away with this lead and give you can have all the objectives. That won't backfire at all. Not at all. But I do get to roll for my curses. So I get to roll for the 4 units that are cursed. On a 2-up, they suffer D3 mortal wounds. I drop the die. So these guys here, we'll start there. I'm just going to roll. I guess we do. They take 1 mortal wound. They have a resilience save.
It's 5 up.
Musician. Yep. Oh, technically, we don't want to skip your battle shock phase. These guys did lose a model. On a 1, they can get that model back.
That's true.
All right, no, they're good. Let's go for Horticulus on the curse. The Emerald Curse says he is going to suffer 2 wounds.
All right. Ward save.
He takes 2.
2.
I'm pretty sure he's a Locus of Fecundity, so he's probably going to heal those back. We have 8 wounds left, and we roll for the Great Unclean One in his curse. He is cursed to suffer 2 mortal wounds, and he also has a resilience save.
5 up.
Oh, takes 1.
Saves 1.
He's got 17 remaining wounds, and lastly, these bugs. They are going to take 3 mortal wounds. Ward! You take 2. All right, they 3 left on the musician. That guy's down to 3 remaining wounds. That's it. So score is currently 5-4. We got a priority roll to do here. You win ties, I think. Yeah, you definitely win ties. No, I win ties. I'm the tie winner because I went first in that round. You can have another turn.
All right.
Hey, Nurgle. Because I want double turns later. I don't want them right now. So I'm gonna go. We're gonna have that all happen again. Whee! Nurgle stuff. Okay. Turn 2 for the Maggotkin. All right, we are on to the second round. I'll be at 3 command points. Travis is 2. And we're gonna give him some more corruption points as well. Now, we're about to do we got to do the Locus of Fecundity here too and all the healing. So disgusting resilient, everything heals a wound, but if they're near a locus, which everything is, they get to heal D3 instead. So it kind of makes my curse redundant on the first turn, but I'd rather give up the priority and have a little more power later on. So everything heals D3. So that means these guys go to full. That guy goes to D3 because he's missing 2. Yeah, he might not heal full. So on a 3-up, he heals to full. He does. Okay. The Great Unclean One heals to full. And then roll me a D3 for the flies over there because they're missing a pair of wounds. They're back to full. Oh yeah, awesome. Nice. Not bad. Oh, and the new battle room, we get the new cycle. We're at the burgeoning, so we are going to get extra corruption points. You get to roll for the amount of trees you have?
Number battle run turn. So it's the battle turn.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Get a contagion point.
Extra contagion points. Not command points, but contagion points.
Yep.
Which is something I often make mistakes on. So 2 4-ups. You're going to gain 2 more contagion points. And we might as well do the rest of them. You're going to get 1 for your tree, so that's 3. Yep. 3 for your territory, because I have the hex right there still. So that'd be 5.
And I haven't
or 6.
wholly crossed over yet.
Yeah, that's right. That line's like right here. All right. So you'll gain 6 more points, putting you at 10. Do heroic actions. We're going to wait before you plant another tree with Slimex. And then what would you want to do for your action?
He's going to try to get command point.
command point, and he does not. All right, I'm going to remember, I'm just going to do willpower again on my Scriptor Mortis, so I have a second unbind in range, because I probably have a second unbind in range. Whatever, I'll go command point as well on the wizard. I don't get it. All right, there we go.
So the Great and Clean one's going to try to cast Mystic Shield on the unit of Plague Drones.
Looking for a 5. You roll a 3.
I can consistently roll in 3s.
Oh my god. I think these dice roll higher. Do you want new dice?
No, we're committed. I'm riding this one out.
All right, so we get another spell to cast with him, because he's obviously a very accomplished wizard.
He's going to try to do Fleshy Abundance on those
same idea. All right, let's go. Hey, you got it. I can't even stop that. I don't get any bonuses. Nice, from one extreme to the other. If anyone's curious, that gives them an additional wound on their characteristic until the start of your next hero phase, so they're all 6 wounds each. To mention, the battle tactic is to be barge.
Yeah, I'm going to barge through enemy lines.
So get 2 of your units wholly in my territory, which looks rather easy. Just walk, that's the line right there, guys. Move right through that line. Boom, boom, no problem. There's also the chance of them doing it over there. We're gonna, again, do the movement stuff. Probably won't be overly exciting again, so we'll show you where it all ends up. Nurgle! All right, well, the wall of Nurgle approaches. As Travis was moving stuff around, I just didn't want to engage. I realized I don't want to fight you. This might be a game where I don't fight a lot. I'll fight where I can, but I'm going to try to evade the Nurgle stuff as much as possible. I don't want the disease markers on my Nighthaunt stuff. So everything pretty much ran except for the Plague Drones. Yeah, they did not run. Now, the one thing I wanted to show on camera was that they moved up to here. I am going to redeploy my Spirit Host to whatever degree it'll allow me. So I'll go down to 2 command points, and I am going to roll a 4. Okay, I'll do with that what I can. I should also note that Travis also doubled these Plague Bearers for command points, so he's down to 1, and they're the line is halfway through that objective, so that's 1 unit there and 2 units in my territory, because the other part of my territory is up to here. So these 2 are clearly in my territory. Battle tactic finished. I got to move these guys around 4 inches. Just consolidating them a little bit, because I want the pendant of the fell wind to be closer to the front of the attack to keep them alive a little bit longer. Even though Nurgle doesn't do necessarily a lot of damage, it's about racking up the disease points. Nighthaunt don't want to deal with them disease points. It'd be kind of cool if I was playing Bone Reapers. They're a pretty hard counter to a lot of Maggotkin stuff with the Spirit Drain spell. Just double checking the range on the charge at the redeploy. It's 5-inch charge here. Not great for me, but it is what it is. I gave up the double turn for a reason. These guys are going to fire their Death's Heads into my Spirit Host. They get 1 shot per model in my unit per model in the Rawfly unit, up to a maximum of 7 per Rawfly. I have 6 models here, so it'll be 12 shots. Super cool shooting attack. Not here for the damage, but it does rack up disease points. Well, these are 3s to hit with their Death's Head. 6s are good, so that is 4 disease points off the rip. They still roll the wound, so then these are 3s to wound the ghosts. And 3s. Nice, more 6s. These are 4-up saves. Okay, 2 potential damage. No wards, so I take 2 damage. 1 wound left on that model, and the yellow dice beside it will represent how many disease markers are on them from the disease weapons trait. So at the end of, it's at the start of the battle, it's sometime in the battle shock phase.
I want to say it's
the start?
I think the start.
I think it's the start of it. I might take mortal wounds. I roll a die, or Travis rolls a die equal to the disease markers on my units. Every 4-up, they suffer a mortal wound. My favorite part about the Maggotkin and Nurgle book. Very cool rule. The next thing to do would be charge with them, because they actually did run, and there's nothing in range for them to fire at. So charge coming in this way, I hold. And they need a 5 on the dice. That's a 3 and a 3. 6 it is. The freaking bug riders charge in. It's now that I realize, I'm trying to figure out like the actual like practical effect of the ethereal rule on Nighthaunt, because I had played against Kendrick yesterday, your friend Kendrick, and he had Warriors of Chaos, very high Rend 2, Rend 3 across the board. And I'm thinking, well, realistically, if I was playing like an army like Stormcast Eternals, I'd have like a 2-up save anyway, so it equal out to be a 4-up save in the end. So in a weird roundabout way, the ethereal stuff doesn't really matter. It's actually bad against armies like Nurgle Daemons, where they don't really have a rend. So you're laughing that I have 4-up saves. You don't care at all. Yeah.
It's actually easier to fail for once.
Yeah, it's weird how ethereal works. It, as much as it feels bad for like armies with high rend, you're either fighting ethereal or you're fighting something with a good armor save anyway. So in the end, you end up with 4-up saves a lot of the time. This is actually just nice for a change of pace. Zombies love fighting in the Nighthaunt, stuff like that, right? Nighthaunt do not want to fight no rend armies, because that means there's another way to do damage, and then that makes Nighthaunt sad. But yeah, that is it for the charge there. I think there was something I wanted to say other than that. It escapes me, so probably not. We're going to end up in that formation. They're actually all outside of the pendant of Fell Wind. It's because of that dummy there. I probably should have wounded him, but I didn't. So we'll hope for the best here. That's it for charges. We are on to... I'm going to have my Banshee scream at them, even though I don't think he plans on spending any command points on them, just in case. It doesn't work. It's on a 3-up. Sorry, brain fart. Banshee scream is only on my turn. It's a good thing I failed. Okay, we're on to fighting. What would you like to do? Any like all-out attack or anything, or just swing?
I'm just gonna swing.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's
reasonable.
enough attacks.
They're all within an inch to attack. So just make sure they stay out of the pendant range. So, what do you attack with the riders?
Gonna go. So the plague swords on top are 2 attacks apiece. 1 for the champion, so it's 7 attacks.
Come over here to roll.
Right, 3's 3's.
And 6s are good.
6's are good.
Your quest to get 2 more is failing.
Yeah.
But you still have all the bugs. 3 hits. And 3's to wound, right?
Yep, 3's
Right.
wound.
So I got 2 saves. I fail 1, make 1. Now they're 18 attacks
Yep.
with their variety of weapons on their bodies.
So 3's.
There you go. You got all the 6s right
All right.
there. Right up to the caps out at 7. By the way, if anyone's curious, anyone is new to this edition of Age of Sigmar, back in the last one, each of these bugs used to have 3 different weapon profiles. There's a stinger, foul mouth parts, and limbs. And you had to roll them all separately because they were all different. It was not an ideal decision. That was not smart. But you know what? I liked where their mind was at.
Yeah. That simplifies it.
Yeah, this is a little bit easier. And like I said before in my previous video, I like to try to compare this game as much to fantasy as I can, to generalize the strength of the attacks and everything. These all wound on 3s, right? So these are all strength 4 attacks. 4-up saves. I've already failed 1. I'll fail those. See, dang it. And then 1 more for the one I failed earlier for my ward. Ooh, I was gonna discorporate this. That's why I didn't roll that one earlier. Sorry guys, 5-up ward. It's my it didn't matter. All right, so I am going to lose that 1 guy, a 2nd guy, and a 3rd guy. Now I am down to 1 command point after the discorporate, and this is gonna be at 7. I'll leave it at 6 to remember though. So 1 guy dies, 2 guys dies, 3 guys dies. My spirit host, no! I get to go. We're just gonna whoop, and these are Galician veterans, so they can attack in multiple ranks, but we'll go like that. Make it our front. These are 4s to hit. 6 is wound, because that is the frightful touch rule. So instead of putting the wound marker, like the poisons on you, I just wound. And 4's to wound as a follow-up. No, 3's to wound because I got my wizard nearby, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so we have 5 saves on you. And these are also 4-ups, I assume? Well, they're only 5-ups.
Yeah, because I did not make my arcane.
Yeah, the shield was a 3, yeah. It was
5s.
I do maybe 4 damage. You have a ward save.
5-up ward.
Okay, I do 3. Those wounds on the musician, he'll go down to 2. And that's it for combat, right?
Yeah, that's everything for combat.
So I got a rule at the end of the combat phase. This guy can bring a model back to... I can heal 3 wounds to a summonable unit, but if they're not allocated any wounds, I bring models back equal to that wound characteristic. So I get 1 spirit host back. We'll just hang out over there with him. Now we're on to the start of the Battle Shock phase, which Travis is going to roll 7 dice, and then this gets reset down to 1. Oh, wait. Oh, I could choose to... Yes, I could choose to heal instead the disease marker, but I'm going to choose to bring a model back, which makes more sense. Roll it up. As every 4+ I suffer a mortal wound, because this is a very advanced... No, my spirit host! I just brought it back. All right. I got a 6-up ward. This is the ward save game, baby. No! Well, it's good to know it was much more efficient just to bring the model back than heal 3 of the disease markers. And we stay at 1. We always stay at 1 until it's healed. I lost technically 4 spirit host. I don't think I can fail a morale check because you don't lower my leadership. You just make me reroll once.
Reroll once.
All right. Well, then that is all she wrote for this turn. A damn good turn because you are going to get 2 points for your battle tactic. You're on 1, 2, 3 of the objectives, 4 of the objectives because those are expert conquerors. And I mean, heck, they're just without that, they're taking it. So that's more than me. That is a 5-point turn. Right. Not bad at all. Yes. All right, here we are, turn 2, equal command points, 10 contagion points for Travis, and 5 to 9 on the victory points. I'm going to try and get 5 myself or something of the sort. All right, so on to my turn here. A couple of things to note. I didn't pick a Proving Ground last turn because I didn't want to, and because you have Galician veterans that were going to take the objectives I cared about anyway, so I didn't want to nullify one of those. And I didn't pick an alpha objective for Travis to take. And we were going to pick different ones every turn just to change up the mission. Because as of right now, we just pick the same backline ones the whole time. And that'll make the mission a little bit less interesting with the armies we have here. So I would have picked this one, but you didn't take it, so it's okay, and you weren't able to. So I'll pick this one. I'll pick this one. Oh, wait, no, it's my turn. You have to pick one for me. That's right.
Yep.
Which one are you thinking?
I'm going to pick this one.
I still probably... You will pick just by the virtue of picking different ones. Oh, because that one's probably easier for me to get. That one's definitely easier for me to get.
That one's definitely easier for you to get.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, I'll try and go for this one. I was going to go for this one anyways, I think, but we shall see.
It would have been this one on this side.
Oh, that one's not bad, actually. You can pick that one, too. That one's going to be hard for me to get.
I'm going to still stay.
All right, so Travis just wants me to charge him, so he's going to pick this one. Could pick that one. Could.
I could save that one for next turn.
Do you want... Oh, that's true. Double checking if this is an attacker or defender objective. The attacker side is that objective, this objective. The defender has those 3 objectives. So you can totally legally pick this one. I was trying to see if the game was going to say he can't pick it, but no, he can totally pick it. Okay. I am going to go on to my heroic... my battle attack will be barge through enemy lines. I will try to get 2 of my units inside of your territory. Try and get that one out of the way. Yes, yes. And then for our actions, I guess I will go for a leadership, which I get. And I will put that on my wizard over here. You're good.
Another command point.
It's Purple Sun time, baby. The Purple Sun, I'm gonna ride on the back of the Purple Sun. This whole army is gonna jump on the spikes and go home and be happy with it. I'm gonna hopefully kill Nurgle on the way with that. So we are getting that command point. Let's do the judgment roll. So because both of these models are still on the table, instead of me picking a new target to judge, I got to make a judgment roll. The way this works is I have to roll a d6. I have to roll under the current battle round number. And if I succeed, the target is judged and takes 2d6 mortal wounds. And then that just keeps going until they're dead. Or until I fail rolls, essentially. Oh, it's only once per hero phase, though. I roll once and break all your models and throw dice at them.
And roll under.
And then I roll. That's no drop die doesn't count. I would love if it counted if that's a drop die. Getting the special dice out for this one. I'm gonna have to there we go, a 2. Didn't quite get there, guys.
Paint wise.
What do I want to do for spell casting? I know what this guy is doing. Over here, I probably will summon another Burning Head. I got it with a 9. Would you like to unbind that, sir? Might as well only spell I'm casting, yeah. All right, what do we get? A 7. Do we get the Burning Head? Glorious. There, I'll set it up there. I can't get the Plague Bears with it. I can only get the Plague Drones. But I guess I might as well get the dogs and the Plague Drones. Makes the most sense. Yeah, sure, we'll set it up over there. Probably could have got more use out of an Arcane Bolt, I think, though. But it's all good, because I want to go for the Plague Bears. Anyways, we are going to cast with our Guardian of Souls. He's going to use this once per game artifact to power the Midnight Tome. When you go to cast an endless spell, you roll. Instead of rolling, you put the dice down, and it's cast at a 12. And it cannot be unbound. I have to set it up over there, Holy with an 8, because it could go there, but it's not going to jump to where... I would love for it to go here, but it's 2 kind of on the terrain. I don't like to put it on spells on terrain, to keep them flat on the table. So then it's going to shoot that way. I believe we're at the end of the hero phase here, so we're just going to move our endless spells. This one I've already measured. He's going to go in this path, end up about there, and explode on those 2 units. Plague Drones are going to suffer 2 mortal wounds, and then the dogs are going to suffer a mortal wound. Whoever you want to roll for first.
Do the 2 Plague Drones for their save.
Resilience, that's a 2 and a 1, so a pair of damage over there. And then the 5 up for the dog.
Dog.
You're good.
It's fine.
And the spell dissipates. Purple Sun will fly to there. This should be... I'm going to go... Oh, God, I'm going to eat one of our own guys. That's fine. We'll eat our own guys. No, we're not going to eat our own guys. We're going to block our charge a little bit more than I want to, but we're still going to do it. I'm too afraid of eating up my own guy. The Purple Sun, mostly for Nighthaunt, it's synergistically perfect. It's a 6-inch aura of -1 to all save characteristics. Nighthaunt are immune to it. Now, the eating things is a nice bonus, naturally, on a 1, but that very rarely comes up, I find. So over here, they are fine. on the plague drones. They are fine, and I stayed 3 inches. It's a 3-inch aura of turning things into amethyst statues, though. That's what it does. They get petrified, but they're purple. Then actual movement. So I would love to get something going on over here. So we're gonna move our Bladegeist Revenants first. Hexrays gallop over their ghostly friends. They, being bounty hunters, want to go in and try and do some extra damage to these plague bearers here. And then our, golly, interesting concept, actually. I have a pretty good idea of what I want done here. Oh man, that's gonna really mess with the Scriptor Mortis though. That -1 wound's probably not worth getting disease points. He'll slowly die over the course of the game. Interesting concept though. I've actually never fought the Demons of Nurgle with Nighthaunt, and my usual approach to fighting with this list isn't that great. I like the 6 characters because they just all charge in and to trigger more of the Wave of Terror effects. But the problem is, at the end of the combat phase, I just get disease markers. And then that means once they're all diseased, they're kind of scuffed. They're going to slowly die over the course of the game. At the end of every battle shock phase, they'll, like, pretty much every round they'll take a wound if you're doing averages. Before I move anything else over here, I know that one I'm going to do for sure. I don't know. I think I'm going to fall back with this stuff, then move them this way or that way. I don't know, but I'll figure that out later. I'm going to move over here instead. I kind of have to deal with those flies. I either keep something back here or deal with the flies. I'm going to opt to deal with the flies, I guess. So we are going to Hexrays over here, Bladegeist over there probably, Hexrays over here, character somewhere in the middle. So no redeploys here. They're just going to take it as it is. I have to deal with them because they can add the double onto that. So I need to, well, I mean, they could run over there on a 6 too, but they kind of need like a 5 or 6. So we need to time up in combat. We moved everything. So Hexrays moved over here. The Banshee flew there. And then the other Hexrays moved in. Well, then the Bladegeist Revenant moved up, but they left room for Buddy Boy to get in there. I kind of cheated. I moved them forward. Then I'd seen how much room I needed. Then I put them there. And then the Hexrays moved there. So we got a good charge on this side. And then I got to figure out this freaking nonsense. So he didn't redeploy over there, which makes me a little worried over here. Gosh, I just don't want to fight any of this stuff. But I got the Purple Sun over here, so I might as well use it. And I've already kind of committed them. So we are going to move some of this stuff. And I think I am going to get my characters kind of stuck. Gosh, I'll get my characters kind of stuck in there, I guess. So we're going to move these guys back enough so that when they fall back, they'll be outside of 3, if that makes any sense. All right, so they're going to stay there because to keep that narrow passage there, the place we fight in, so I can't get too many extra characters in there. And then the last thing to move are the Bladegeist Revenants. And they just go into that little area there. They only move 8, and I want to attempt to charge with them at least. So no redeploys. We're going to go on to shooting, which the Banshees actually do have shooting attacks. So she'll shoot into she'll scream at them. It's D3 screams. So she screams 2 times, hits no times. And then the Banshee over there is going to scream into the plague drones. That'll be my hits if I actually get 2 attacks. I do. Nice. Heck yeah. And then 1 wound at Ren 2. Save. That might go right to ward save. Just 1 damage.
All right. So
1 whole damage. Awesome. Not too sure what the scream, the old scream is better. It's good, easier to resolve at least. That is it for shooting. We're going to go on to charges. We are going to start with our Hex Rays over yonder. They are going to charge 10. Well, it's a good start. That's a strike last effect. Interesting. Here we go. Nice big long stun flying up and over them. Let's go with a Tomb Banshee declaring a charge. She will. I can stack 2 strike last effects, but I'm going to opt to not do that. We'll get her nice and tucked into the territory there. The territory, boom, that's the square there. That's his territory. My territory is here, starts there. It's weird to explain, but we're good. We're gonna choose to do a lower result. We're gonna do stun instead of petrify. And then we're gonna do which is -1 to your save characteristic. Then we're going to do the Bladegeist Revenants declaring a charge. They're gonna go 4, which is a -1 to hit, which is fine, I guess. Not a great charge, but it works. Let's do our Knight of Shrouds declaring a charge. A 7. I like it. Land there. He'll apply a Shriek to them as well. Didn't quite want to go there with him, but I would have landed on top of that, which is no bueno. Then they're going to declare a charge, and they're going to go 5. That's probably a fail. Oh, to victory. That is a fail. I need a 6. Oh, there we go. Neat. That's another -1 to hit. Now, I forgot about the mortal wounds on the charges. I'm not going to take... It's tough because if I should have done it all the same. We're going to do it and see if it changed anything. I hope it wouldn't, because you could have pulled that one model I don't know if it would have changed much, actually, because he rolled high enough to go deeper in, but that would have screwed their charge up. So we'll see. Their impact hits, because it's an easy fix. I deal a mortal wound. That doesn't kill anyone, but you have a ward save all the same. So 1 ward save. It does 1 damage. I probably would have put on that guy, but you can put it wherever you want, really. It doesn't matter to me. Keep a simple wounded guy in the back. Since they're not dead, all these charges would have been the same, because they charge last and do mortal wounds. And they deal 3. Ward saves. 2 damage. So it slays 1. Boop. And then puts a wound on another. So we'll apply the strikes last over there. Then we have a few more charges to declare over here. It's always charge clock with Nighthaunt around. Let's start with the Hex Rays. 10. Huh. Anything like that, I couldn't quite get the third model over that lip of this terrain here, so we had to do with it what we could there. You know what? I'm gonna have you. No, that's fine. That's where they charge to. We are gonna opt to petrify, so fight last. And then we have these Blade Geist Revenants declaring a charge. Mad. 7. And we're in it. Boom. Over there. Next up, we are going to do the Spirit Host declaring a charge. Or do I want to do Tomb Banshee as well? Yeah, we'll do we'll get the Tomb Banshee in there. She gets a 7, which is another negative 1 to hit.
6s.
There we go. She's gonna tuck on. Yeah, just literally fishing for 6s. Yeah. So she'll tuck in there, and then let's go with let's get the Scriptor Mortis in there. Gosh, I hate that idea though. No, let's just get the Spirit Host in there. Spirit Host is gonna go 10. Ooh. I guess the 3 characters are just gonna stay back. I just don't want to get the disease markers on them. There's nothing, because I fell back during the movement phase, right? There's no disease markers on the movement phase, I don't think. So we're good to go. That was a good roll for a 10. I'm going to stun them instead, though, not petrify them. Ooh, even though stunning them would be really nice too. No, I'm gonna petrify them too.
These points.
It's the end of the movement phase. All right, cool. Yeah, I didn't have anyone there at that point, so petrify. So fight last, fight last, fight last. So the only one who can fight are those guys there. So we're done charging. We're going to go ahead and do just that. We're going to go fight. Ooh, charge phase. I get to yell at things. So my Banshee on a 3-up will yell. She yells at them. What does she want to yell at them? She's going to yell at them over there. So it costs an extra command point to issue them orders. This Banshee's going to yell. That works. We're going to yell at those guys there, I guess. We are going to fight first with these ghosties here, these lads in particular. All out defense over here?
Yeah, I'll use my last 2 command points in all out defense.
Because the Banshee's Ghostly Howl does make it cost 2, or 1 additional one. I am going to use the Lord of Geist ability on the Knight of Shrouds. It'll allow them he can issue the all-out attack order without spending a command point once per battle round. Might as well just use it now. We're going to pile in and swing. You guys are unable to really, I just got him hanging back there so I can tell a little bit easier, are unable to swing. This guy got knocked back a little bit. We're doing like the little accordion on the ends there to keep coherence and get a couple extra guys attacking. Here's 21 attacks, hitting on 2s. The 6 is wound, because it's a scary sword attack, scary touch, and the 1s fail. 3s to wound with the follow-up. Boom, boom, boom. And then these are all saves at rend of 1. We have all the defense, so back to your 5-up save. 5-up saves! That's a good start. I think we made 4 of them because they're all the defense too. And the ward, only 1 damage each, so good to go here.
5 ward.
I do 4 damage. Kills the guy out front, and then 2 more damage to the banner bearer, probably the champion actually.
Yeah, the champion's gonna.
So he'll go down to 3 on the champion. That guy goes down, and then everything else is fighting last on the Nurgle side, so you might as well go with them.
Yep.
All of the riders hitting on
5 attacks, hitting on 4s now because of the
1 disease.
And wounding on 3s.
Still 3s, yep. Oh, 1 save. Ghost! We're good. We got a disease marker now. The 12 attacks from the mounts.
Hitting on 4s now.
Oh, yes, because of the shriek. Oh, stop 1 hit. Another diseased weapon hit. And 3s. 4 saves. Armor. Ooh. And then that was it. Ghost. I take a wound. This guy is safe to die. And then they're diseased. They got 2 disease markers on them. I'll finish all of my attacks over here. So these guys are stunned. Everything else is stunned. I will go ahead and beat them up. They're -2 to hit, -1 to their save, and they're fighting last. They don't like that. So let's go with the Lord of Geist. The Sword of Stolen Hours. I want to get his wound. Every time he kills the model, he heals wound and gains a wound characteristic. And he's a spiteful spirit. So if he ever does take damage, which I'm hoping he does from the disease marker. That's the only way that's going to help, is the disease marker on him will force him to take... Oh, wait, it's only the combat if he gets allocated wounds. Does he explode in mortal wounds? So never mind. I had to take wounds in combat. Not much I can do about that, though. Okay, so he's still going to swing first, I think. Yes. 5 attacks with his Sword of Stolen Hours. We have 1 miss. 3s to wound. And Rend of 2, I believe. Rend 1, but they're stunned, so -1 to their save. So that's 8 damage so far. And the horse. 2 wounds. They have a 5-up or a 6-up save on? They're actually 6-up saves, so the stun result makes them no save. They have 8, 10 damage on ward saves on the Night of Shrouds.
So 10 5-ups?
10 5-ups. The Night of Shrouds kills 4. He'll go up a wound characteristic for that, and he crushes 5 of them. The wound will go in there. I am going to proceed with these Hex Rays. They're going to go in there, and I'm only going to be attacking with the 3. These guys are not going to be in range. 6 attacks. These hit on 3s. We have a wound, and these wound on... Not those, so that's 2 damage so far, or it's because they're bounty hunters, it's 2 damage. And then we have the horse attacks on 4s. That's 2 wounds, and 1 more, so 3 because they're stunned. So 1, 2. Oh wow, actually it's 8 more saves. We love bounty hunters.
8 ward saves.
Oh, it's not bad. You make 4. 1 goes down, and 2 go down. There's 2 left, and I got these horses to go. Bam, bam. And then I guess you'll go that way, you'll go that way, and then the Hellwraith will make way. And their attacks on 3s. We have 2 wounds, and that should be another 5. That's a 14 damage on their sides. All right, well, here's a lot of ward saves. There's only 4 wounds left in the unit. They do die, okay. That's not a bad roll, though. Bye-bye, boys. I saved myself some disease markers over here. Let's get rid of all those. And then I am not going to bother piling with the Banshee. She can hang out there. No, I will move her. She'll go piling towards an attack. Haha, nothing to attack, though. And then we are going to fight over here with the Spirit Host, I guess. They'll go ahead and swing. Attack! 4s. 6s automatically wound. We got 2. Bless. We're near the Guardian of Souls, so it helped for 1. That's the total of 6 saves. They are at a 6-up currently because the Purple Sun's nearby. Stop 2, okay. And ward. 1 damage. Nice. 1 wound left on that guy. And then I will go with the Banshee. 2 stabs with the Ghostly Dagger. Miss. Then the Bladegeist Revenants are going to go. I'm not going to bother piling in because that guy wrapping up and around will just break coherency, so I can't legally do it. So there's only 4 of them attacking. I couldn't get that guy in there, but that guy was able to finagle his way in there. 3s to hit. We have 3 wounds. No, it revealed itself. I have Wade, if you're watching this, I have your dice. 3s, 2s actually, because I'm near the wizard. So we have 5, 8 saves actually 8 ward saves. The Ren 1 plus the Purple Sun. Oh, Nurgle, resilience, protect me. Okay, so I kills the 1 guy, and then 1 more dies. Yep. Probably gonna go ahead and keep that banner there. So we lose our musician and the champion, and then the banner will allow them to get the opportunity to get a model back. And because that pesky banner bearer is still alive, I'll get me a disease point on all that nonsense. We are gonna fight next over here. The only effect on them is strike last, but we do have rend on their attacks. And measuring this guy, well, either one of them actually can do it. So this guy can hop up and over, he's got fly, and then one of them will just take that spot. 8 of them are gonna be swinging into the Bearers of the Plague. 9 for the Hellwraith. So when I said 8 of them attacking, I meant like 8 attacks. Those failed, that wounds. This is going to be 3s. So we have so far 6 damage and ward saves. I will need to do the horses, of course. So 6 damage and wards, 2 wounds from the horses, 2 more hits, and we're outside of the dock. There's nothing. All right, so that's another 4, 8. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ward saves. Because of bounty hunters and the -1 save. And wards.
All right. 5 ups.
Ah, why are you making saves? Stop it, you monster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You only feel 5. Not bad.
Not bad.
2.5 die. Who are the lucky few?
And you.
And then who do you want to take this wound?
I'll just put the wound on that guy with the Nurgle right there.
And he will take it. Petrify is gone. You get to retaliate with the 3 units. Which one would you like to fight with first? Oh, that's probably nothing.
Oh.
2? Oh, he already fought. That's right. Yeah, they already fought.
Class.
Yeah. All right. Which one do you think?
I'll go with the Plague Bearers first.
Makes sense. No, I love my horses. They're all in range to attack because they're Galician veterans too. 8 attacks because of the champion. No negatives to hit.
So 4s, 3s.
Oh my glob! Looking for 6s.
Yep.
I see. Oh. 5 hits. Looking for 6s. 3's to wound, actually. The 6s are passed. 4. I am a horse. We're gonna make 1 save. I should have said I'm a ghost. And then these are wards. I ward 1. I do lose a horse though. Boop. And then we get the plague drone. How do you want to split these attacks up?
All right, I'm gonna have the rider swing at the banshee, and then the fly will swing at the blade guys.
Into the
So
banshee?
banshee.
Got 2 hits. And then wounding.
Wound on 3s.
That's a pair of wounds. This isn't my ghostly lady. All right, let's see if she survives. Well, she might take 1. She certainly does. And then,
6 into the blade guys, so hitting on 3s.
oh, diseases, 3 of them. And 3s.
Wound on 3s.
Ooh, 3 of them. 3 disease, 3 wounds, 2 saves, 1 no ward. 3 disease, and 1 dies. Into the combat phase, we go up to 4 disease markers. These guys now become diseased, which is not ideal for them. We're going to give a disease to the banshee there. So she'll take that. And then theirs goes up to 2. Boop, 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 boop. And then theirs goes to 3. And I think they're all, that's the wrong one. I think they're all good over there.
Yeah.
And at the end of the combat phase is when he technically heals that wound and gains that wound characteristic. Okay, end of the combat phase, our Spirit Torment is going to bring back a Spirit Host. As long as they're not, we're going to keep going this way. As long as they're not a, let me bring it back a little bit actually, get it near the characters. Wounded, this works out pretty well on them. Okay, well now we're into the start of the Battle Shock phase. Where do you want to start rolling these disease markers at?
We will start on the blade guys and work our way over.
I start there and work our way down. All right, let me get rid of some of these. They have 3 markers on them, and we're looking for 4s. That's 2 mortal wounds, and they succumb to it. So let's go with you, and then that goes down to 1. We're on to the Spirit Host, who have 2 on them.
4 up.
Ooh, they take 2. I fail those. This goes down to 1, and I have a wound left on the Spirit Host. Put on that Spirit Host over there. I have 4 disease markers on my Bladegeist. Looking for 4 Fs to deal mortal wounds to him. That's 2. Okay, it's fair. Reasonable. I take 1. All right. So, the disease. The singular 1 on the Banshee on a 4+. She does suffer it. She is not a ghost. She takes a wound down to 3. And then we have the 1 on the Hexwraith over here. Hexwraith is not okay and is not a ghost. I will keep the wound on him over there. Okay, now we check for scoring objectives. I did not take the one you marked as the alpha. That is, you have many models on that. I got 1, 2, 3, which is not more than you, so I get 2 points. I did not get the alpha, like I said, but I do get my battle tactic. I have 2 units in your territory. I got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. We are good. We got that done. So we're going to get 4 points this turn. It's a damn tie game. Oh, yes, you do want to roll Battle Shocks? Yes, that's true. You can't possibly lose any, but you want to roll because you might get models back. So we'll start there. Right. You got the banner still.
Is it a 1?
It's a 1! You get a whole drone back. That there, folks, is a big deal. So that brings the musician back, heralding their return. Ooh, we got a banner over here. Banner on them. That is a 6. And then these Plague Bearers can attempt it as well.
Yep.
And they need a 1. No,
nope.
We do get the 1 drone back. Now that will end the turn. And now we got the infamous roll-off for priority. You, Sir Windties, now. I got a 4. You got a 4. So you get to pick.
I'm pretty sure I need to go.
Yes, yes, I believe so as well. If not, that would, because the Nighthaunt whole trick, fallback charge, was do that all again. And then we get some points. Before we go deep into the turn, we have to see where the Cycle of Corruption goes to and resolve the curses. I'll get the curses out of the way. So we have our 4 targets. It would be this drone here on the 2+. Oh, he dodges the curse this turn. Those drones over there, are going to suffer 3 mortal wounds. It'll be on the champion, I guess.
Yeah.
One more, there's 3.
Oh, yeah.
So can I kill the champion? That champion dies. It's at the end of the battle round, so it's after the check coherency step. So they're technically out of coherency, but you can just fix that later. Boop. You can. That's weird. That usually doesn't come up, but there's no consequences. We're gonna go to Horticulus, who is gonna suffer 2, maybe. He does have resilience. He's about to heal D3. Oh, pass does. Oh, good. And the Great Unclean One suffers. Don't even roll it because you're gonna heal D3. Yeah. I need at least like a 2 or a 3 or something. Yeah. Okay. So it is all about the. I don't really know what the right pick there is. The damage on them will matter later. It's the Plague Drones were a pretty good pick. I like them. And I figured I'd deal with these easy enough. But it's working. It's getting there. Curse is not super good against Nurgle, obviously. I like to see it, though. We've hit one of the good cycles. This is the first of the really powerful 3. The Plague of Misery has come across the battlefield. Pretty much, my characters cannot carry out heroic actions, nor can they issue Inspiring Presence or Rally. Nothing like that. So I can only do like the other generic ones. Very powerful one. Because that means that things like I can't heal away the disease markers, I can't gain extra command points, etc., etc. So rough. What is the battle tactic today?
So I'm going to do eye for an eye, so I just got to destroy a unit.
Which it's fair because I killed the Plague Bearers, so you get to kill one of my units. And then would you like to try and dispel the Purple Sun? Go with Heroic Willpower on Horticulus to try and dispel the Purple Sun, needing a 9 to get rid of it. All right, need a 9? Please don't. Oh, huge! Huge, huge, huge. That is so big. We should also talk about this over here. This guy's actually not dead for a series of reasons. You're probably wondering, oh, guys, you forgot about Fleshy Abundance on them. Yes, that's the big reasons. They're actually all at 6 wounds. We played that last turn as if they were at 5 wounds. But all I really did was I killed 2 models. So I killed the Musician and the Champion, which means there would have been 2 more wounds, because it would have been at 6 each instead, on this model when he took those D3 wounds to kill him. So he would have actually had 5 still. He took his 3 and went down to 2, and then that spell's effect ends in the hero phase, so all their wound characteristics reset back to 6. If they have 1 wound left, they're dead, or they reset back to 5. It goes down by 1, and if they have 1 wound left, they die. But he had 2 wounds left, so it just goes down to 1, so he's still alive. That is confusing. I apologize, but that is all this really means. Is we forgot the Fleshy Abundance spell, and there's one guy, the champion's left with 1 wound. It's a-okay. Which is big because they get to heal D3 right now because they're near the Locus of Fecundity. So it's really hard to put these Nurgle guys down.
So D3.
1. And back up to 2. That means they're going to heal 1 wound. They only heal D3 if they're near Horticulus or the Great Unclean One, but that guy's only missing a wound anyways. So that's good. That should be all the healing because that's at full health. Yeah, all right, nice. All the Beast Nurgle and everything are at full health. Horticulus is going to cultivate the Garden of Nurgle a little bit and spawn a tree right there within range of him, more than 3 away from other all-terrain features and 7 away from the other tree because you got to triangulate the trees. In corruption points, you get 3 for your territory, not 4 because I'm in it, 2 for the tree, so that's 5, and then you get 3 for my territory, so we're at 8 more points. We're at 18. Taking a look at the board here as a refresher, we're both at 9 victory points, 3 to 2 command points, and 18 contagion points.
So I'm as Great Unclean One, try to cast Mystic Shield on the beast.
Excellent.
So.
Okay, there's that 3.
So I'll have the Great Unclean One cast Fleshy Abundance on the beast.
Abundance coming up.
So I need a 7.
That is a 6. All right.
All right.
That will bring it to movement, I think. So yeah, I assume all this stuff's gonna stay in combat to give me disease points. Yep. Because you're an animal.
And at the end of the movement phase, they get more disease points. So
Thank you.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Exactly. Gross. Running the first beast there. 5 plus 5. That's the first time you've rolled more than like a 1 on a run roll. The other times haven't been on camera.
Bound to happen.
I guess at some point you're gonna roll better than that. All right, let's see where he goes. Oh God, he's just a puppy. He just wants to play. That's a unit of 2. Go home. I forgot. No.
That unit of Plague Toads run.
An extra 4. Nice. Not a 1. Beautiful. Remember when all your Nurgle things got plus 18 to their move and could run and charge in your trees?
It was so much fun.
Alright, there are also 2 happy boys running up the board. Do you purposely use the same models in the units?
Yeah, I did that to make stuff easier for myself, so that way they're the same. So that way they're in unit.
Alright, that's fair. That works. And we're going to add the double Slimux here.
So
where's he going?
10.
Oh, so fast. Yeah, because he only moves 4. He's a snail. Hello. Comes the big boy. Boom. But this would definitely be the, you know what? I'll change it up. That'll be the alpha objective over there. Forgot to say earlier. It was going to be one of these two. At the end of the movement phase, a little beast of Nurgle comes jumping out of the tree, all happy and eager to jump into the fray. And I only know misery. That's not good. That cost contagion points 10, so you have 8 remaining. Round of shooting, we got, he could probably shoot 2 now, eh? His little bile breath.
Yeah.
He'll start shooting first, though. Makes sense, because he'll get 7 shots into the Blade Geist Revenants here. And these are going to be 3s. We have 1, 2 disease markers. 3s. Okay. And bam. And bam. 2 die. So 2 are going to die. We'll have you die. And you're all going to die. And then we're at 3 disease markers. Face your enemy. I forgot the end of phase, end of movement phase. So it's actually going to go to 4. And I got to increase everyone else's by 1 as well. Boom, boom. Oh God, they all go up by 1.
I know, it's the worst.
It's the best, dude. It's the best. And then, yeah, Travis handled all the ones over there. So they're all, well, actually just that one.
It's just the one
yeah.
over there.
It's cool because it's one of my favorite mechanics in Age of Sigmar. So if it totally just destroys me, I'm all for it, dude. So he's within 7. What a surprise. It's 7 inches. He's going to all over the, wait, do you want to, what if you, but if you kill with them, then he might not be able in range to fire. But then they'll lose a lot of attacks. It's actually kind of wild because it's 21 shots from that unit of drones.
I figure if it kills the Blade Geist, it's fine. It opens up to shooting the actual units otherwise.
True. I actually don't even know what his bio bread does. We're about to find out.
Attacks.
This big attack's like the only ran in the army. Ran 3 on his bio.
There's a couple 1s and 2s on the weapons, but yeah, just run 3 on sped up.
All right,
it's
sure.
fine.
That's fair. Well, it's pretty toxic, I guess.
Yeah.
D6 shots.
1.
All right, hell yeah. On the 6, it's a disease marker.
No,
Right.
no.
These guys are loading up their death's heads. 21 shots. 3s to hit. I suspect we're going to see, bam, lots of 6s. We're going to max out our disease. 3, 4 extra disease markers.
3's to wound.
All right. I'm a ghost. Not bad. Always love an average. And ward. 4 die. We get ticked up to 6. And I am going to, 1, 2 are going to die. 3 will die. And 4 will die. Actually, no, you're going to go back to over here. That guy there. They should still be within 3, I guess. And we're at 6 markers. Double check when they're within 3. But they're not long for this world. That will conclude shooting. We are on to charging. We got lots of charges because the little happy beasts and Nurgle are eligible to, they can run and charge, and I believe they can retreat and charge. Because they're both wholly within 14 of Horticulus in the back there, they get to reroll charge rolls. They also get +1 to hit, but they're probably going to charge out of that range. They will probably be good. Where do you want to start?
I'll have these 2 toads go.
All right, let's go toads!
They're going to go 9.
Oh, very close to Nurgle's number. Each loves a baby. Who loves you, baby? Let's go. Not all my characters! All right, fine. Fine. Oh no, my Scriptor Mortis is about to take 2d3 mortal wounds, and then the ghosts are going to take 1d3. I'll roll for the Spirit Host first.
Spirit Host, so 2 up.
D3 mortal wounds on the Spirit Host. That is going to be 2, their ghost. We take 1. Oh, that kills the guy. Let's put that over here. You are dead, and you are over here. And my Scriptor Mortis will take 2d3.
So 2 up?
On 2 ups. It takes both of them, and it's going to be 5. I am a ghost, of course. Oh, I can pass these off. Let me double check something. Okay, well, before I allocate the wounds to him, I have to roll 3 ups to allocate them elsewhere. I was rolling that as my ward saves. I didn't make any. So what I'll do here instead is I'll use this Flicker of Witchlight. Is before you allocate a wound to him, I get to allocate it to another summonable unit instead. Once per phase, I get to allocate over. They can take the 3 ups for him instead, but I'm going to use his Flicker of Witchlight to put 1 over to them, and he'll take 4 and have 2 remaining wounds from the massive impact hits there. And then they get allocated the wound instead and have a ward. They make the ward. We get to charge these beastie boys.
This beast will go.
Oh, we'll go 9. Oh, it's the same. 1 toad gets within an inch of both the targets there, so we can do the 2 up for my Spirit Host first, I guess.
Spirit Host.
2 up. D3.
And
2. There are ghosts. They take 1. We are going to put that wound right where the disease marker is. And then 2 up for the Banshee.
Team Banshee.
That's a hit. And she'll take 1. On a 3-up, I'll put it on a Spirit Host, I guess. All right, the Spirit Host takes it instead. And you cannot ward save that. You just take a wound. There we go. We're going to attempt to charge, and the summoned one is a 9 rerollable.
All right.
7 rerollable because of Horticulus. Looking for a 9. 9, 9, 9.
Aww.
8. Close. I can see the disappointment in his face. Opting to not charge the Great Unclean One. We don't really need his help right now, and you have to be careful with models like that. You don't want to overcommit in one direction because he only moves 4 or 5, so he's pretty slow. Now, let's be real. You're in a pretty good position to absolutely whoop my butt this turn. This was going to be a pretty big deciding turn here. Either way, this is how Nurgle loves it. You're all oiled up. You're hugging me. I can't get away. I'm not loving life right now. This is not great. I'm in your grasp. This is pretty dope. Where do you? Oh, is there anything we have to do? Ooh, no. There's nothing I have to do. Okay. You may proceed with beat me up. Where do you want to start? Lone Plague Drone here is going to strike into my Blade Geist.
2 attacks with the sword, hitting on 3s.
Disease.
Wounding on 3s.
Okay. I'm a ghost. That's a wound. 6 attacks. Oh! We're max disease.
3s to wound.
Oh! Ghost. So I lost 1 guy so far. I lose 1 more. We go to max disease. Let me just go ahead and hit you with one of these. Oh, beautiful. I lose a couple honored friends here. Lose you. We're going to lose you. And hello. My pick. Well, these are all horrible options. Literally every single one of these. So I'm going to go over here. We're going to attack with these Hex Rays. They're still bounty hunters. They can try and beat up some of these Plague Drones here. They're going to all-out attack here, hoping for the best. Go Riders. These are 2s to hit. Nah, not 1s. We got 2 hits though on the 6s. I love that. And 3s. So that's 4 because of Ren 1. You only have a 6 upset. Unless you want to all-out defense them.
Nah.
No? That's 8 damage so far. And the horses. 3s. And 4s. 2 more. 2 more. Oh, those are the wards?
Those are your pocket dice.
Oh, those are my pocket dice? Yeah. Then we have
2 6-ups.
Oh, that's 4 more damage. So it's a total of 12 damage. What you got, Nurgle Man? You got some saves. Saves 5 of them, which means we have 7 damage in there, which will kill 3.5. 1, 2, and a 3. We're getting there.
See ya.
And 1 wound. Where do you want to attack next?
I'm going to bring in dudes.
These 2 toadies.
So consolidate in.
Hello.
Onto the Tomb Banshee. That toad into the Spirit Wraiths.
All right. Do I want to I'm going to probably spend a command point here to discorporate the raids. Give them a 5-up ward instead of a 6-up. Into the Banshee.
4 attacks with the claws. Hitting on 3s. That's none. 6.
Okay, D6 attacks with the weird tail.
Yep.
Or the tongue. It's one of the 2.
I think it's a tongue. So 1 attack.
All right, nice.
Hitting on 3s.
Okay.
Wounding on 3s.
And I'll let her take it, the ward. She'll have 2 wounds left, and we have the other attacking the Spirit Host.
3s on the claws on the Spirit Host.
Oh, got much more hits.
Wound.
3s to wound. That is 2 of them. We have a 4-up save. Okay. And the D6. 3.
3.
Nice.
So 3s.
Disease. 2 of them.
3s to wound.
I have 5 disease markers, though. And my pick, For the Spirit Torment. He's just going to hang out there. He's got 2-inch reach on his attacks. Flail his shackles around. And wound once and hit once. And wound twice. Rend of 2. 4 damage in total. Ward saves. Deal 3. These guys are 8 wounds apiece, so down to 5 on that guy, and that's my attack. I'm going to go all-out attack on the toadies. And they're going to attack...
Shuffle pile.
Yep, go for this. Going using the Scriptor Mortis as the closest. And how do you want to put these attacks? One's going to attack the Scriptor, one's going to attack the Spirit. All right. And they're all-out attacked. These guys have +1 hit because they're in Horticulus. These guys are going to get +1 hit because they're elite, right? They can order themselves?
Wait, no, they can't. So.
Oh, they might be within 18 of him. They don't need to be elite because they were within 18 inches of him before they went to pile in, so they're good to go. Who do you want to attack first?
We'll attack the Scrivener.
All right.
Yeah.
Scriptor Mortis.
Scriptor Mortis.
4 attacks from the one guy.
With the claws, hitting on 3s.
Got a disease marker. And
Wounding on 3s.
these are doesn't matter there, but they're -1 to wound because of his artifact. Okay, saves. Oh, he makes 1, fails on how much damage is it?
2 damage.
2 damage? Well, he's going to use his ability to pass 1 off in per phase automatically, and they'll take a ward. They take a damage and die, and then he is going to roll 3 up to pass it off. Nope, he takes the wound. Does he ward it? He does not. So they take a wound and die, and he takes a wound because he failed to pass off. So death, 5, and then he's got a disease marker on him too. So the D6 attacks.
So
2. Uh-oh. Another disease marker. That's not good. We're at 2.
3s.
And wounding on 3s. Ooh, we got 1 4-up save. He fails on a 3-up. He'll pass it. He does pass it, and it can't be negated by them, so it's down to 2 wounds. There we go. And the attacks into the Spirit Torment. Got a hit.
1. Wounding on 3s.
That's okay. Nope. D6 attacks. Good old beast in Nurgle.
D6, 4, 5.
All right.
Hitting on 3s.
Got a disease marker. So it begins.
And wounding on 3s.
Hey, I'm a ghost. Okay, that was a very dramatic roll, but we got there. And then that's my pick. Let's go with, I don't want to fight over there. You already fought over here.
Oh, you've already fought over
Sorry, that's what I meant. I've already fought over there. So I will go, I'll just fight over here with the rest of this and try and hope for the best. So these guys are going to attack. They only have 8 attacks, though, because they didn't charge. These are 3s to hit, because I've already done the all-out attack. I got 2 wounds, and these are 3s to wound. That's 6 saves at Ren 1. Should be 6-up armor.
Yep.
Or saving throw. You make none, and you have a 5-up. 5-up ward. Let's see if we get. Oh, he dies. He dies. He just straight up dies. Huh, I'll take it. Oh, that's one of my curse targets gone. It comes at a cost, though. Look at the 7 disease markers. I'm gonna have to go with the rot flies, the plague drones. Get them in there. Hopefully, I don't lose my blade guy's revenants. I could have gone in and get like 2 attacks, or I could hopefully survive, and instead get more. And they fix their coherency. Yeah, he's just hurt back there, but we got 2 of the drones attacking me.
5 attacks into the blade guys, hitting on 3s.
Disease.
Wounded on 3s.
Okay. And ghost. Ward. Oh, 1 dies. 12 attacks.
Hitting on 3s.
Oh. It's just a casual max disease right there. Right, 7 disease markers.
Wounded on 3s.
5 saves. I got 2 models left. I would love to live. Ooh, I could live. Ward. Nope, we're dead. We only had 2 left. That eye for an eye done. You're probably going to get it in the battle shock phase, but you got it just a little bit early there, and that's good. Good to know you have it. Avoiding dragging the Banshee in 2. If anyone was curious, I just took a peek myself. I am going to attack with Spirit Host, I guess. Sure. We're just going to go. We're actually just going to stay right where we are. One will attack that way, one will attack this way. Attack that toad first. 4s. 3s. Because we're near a wizard. 1 save. 5-up rerollable. You're good. And then to the other toad. To the toads. Ooh, 2 wounds, which means I roll those. And I get 4 wounds. 5-up rerollable. We do maybe 2 damage.
And 5-up.
I do 2. Nice. Down to 6. All right, that guy will take the wound there. And your pick with these guys.
Yep. 5 attacks with the plague bears, hitting on 4s.
Uh-oh.
3s.
That's 4. Armor. Okay. Ward? Nada. So we go up to 4 disease markers, and this hex wraith does die. My pick. Yeah, we'll go with the Banshee, I guess. Attacks with her stabby dagger. Let's hit on 3s. She wounds on 2s, though. Rend of 2, so 2 damage. Ward save.
2 wards.
1 damage. Down to 5. Haha. And then, I think you're done attacking. I only have 1 attack left. It's my wizard. Who will just pile in there and attack that toad. Actually a pretty good fighter with this chill blade. 3 attacks. Got a wound. 2s to wound. Rend of 1. So 3 saves of 6-up. 3 6-ups. That is 6 damage from him. Because 2 damage to swing from his sword.
5-ups.
You saves 4 damage. Oh, he's still alive. This guy's got a wound. Okay. Okay, well, everything ticks up again. So we're going to go up to 5 there. 3 on the Banshee. 6 on these guys.
Yes.
2.
Screwed.
And he gets one.
One.
Oh gosh. And the disease spreads. At the end of the combat phase, I do get to heal a unit wholly within 12 for 3. I could heal that guy up to full and take 2 disease markers away. I'm going to bring 3 of these guys back to the unit though. 4 models this turn so far before Battle Shock, so hopefully they don't lose too much on the disease here. They're already within 3. They're Nighthaunt, so it doesn't really matter. 2 and a 3. There we go. They're a little bit more reinforced. Remember the start of the Battle Shock phase. Where would you like to start rolling?
We'll start over here and work our way over into the mess of dice.
We got 5 disease rolls. Boop, down to 1.
5.
4 ups?
4 ups.
4. Well, that's not good. I ward 2. Okay, well, I lose 1 of my horses, so you'll die, and then you will carry that disease on.
My 1 fear.
You want to do these guys?
Yep.
4s. Please don't murder them. You got 5? Well,
5.
you're not going to murder them, I guess. But, well, you're going to somewhat murder them. Ward. 4 die. I just brought 3 back. So now we've lost 7. That back down. And then we got 3 on the Banshee on 4s. This could kill her. I could pass these off or just take them, I guess. I really think I need the Banshee, so she'll ward them. She's got 1. Oh, she's dead, actually. Yeah, she just dies. Oh, no. The Spirit Hosts have 6 disease markers on them.
4s.
Oh, there we go. That's not great. Goes down to 1. I've seen that before. I've been there, let me tell you.
I'm okay with it being in the Spirit Hosts.
Yeah, 1 on the Wizard, and that's a wound. Ward, we take it. 4 wounds remain. And then our Spirit Torment has 2. Let's take those down.
Spirit Torment.
That's 1, maybe. 4 up. No, sorry, 6 up. 4 wounds left. And then our Scripta Mortis.
That's
3. Looking for 4 ups. You deal. Stop it! So he's going to pass 1. He's going to ward save 1. And ward save another. Pass it off. They'll ward save it. They take it. And then the last one, because he rolled all 3, on a 3 up, he passed it off to them. So they take 2 damage because they took 1 from his little candle flickering light thing. And then they took 1 from their bodyguard ability. And then he wards 1. Still alive with 1 wound, but you know it's not looking great for him. That should be it. That should definitely be it. All right, I'm gonna come clean on the Scripta Mortis. He should be dead here, because I was thinking in my head like super old school Age of Sigmar. You used to be able to like ward save on your heroes, and if you failed it, then pass it off. You can't do that anymore. Haven't been able to do that for a while, so I don't know where I was coming from with that one. So I said he's gonna ward save it. That would have been him using his Witch Light, passing it off to them automatically, and then that would have been a Spirit Host ward save. And then I rolled it. Then all the other wounds had to be the bodyguard ability. So I rolled a 3, and then the Spirit Host took it and died. And then I rolled a 2, which is him failing the bodyguard ability, taking the mortal wound, which I do get to roll a 6 for to try and keep him alive. But that's it. So I don't. So he dies. And then that guy's at full health. And we do lose our Scripta Mortis. There will be no judgments this day. Destroying my center here with those diseases. These guys, I do owe you a Battle Shock. They lost 7, and I cannot inspire a rally because of the misery. So 7 plus 3 is 10. It's 10. We're still good though. We're dead. We're dead. So a 4 up, guys would have ran. Yeah, they might get a model back on a. Nope. They're back. I lost 3 here. They're good to go. Okay, that's a damn good turn for Nurgle. I'm glad you got the turn there. It's actually a weird mid-game thought that. Because I played to give you the turn, to get the double turn. Then when the opportunity for the double turn came up, I felt guilty if I would have got it because I was in such a good spot. But I guess that was the idea of the position I put myself in if I got it. So it was one of those I hope you win it, but I did the whole play to try and get the double turn to win. So I don't know where that lands in there, but that's what it felt kind of weird. But now I'm in a rough position. My flank over here not super strong. My center also not super strong, but that's okay. That's doing well over there.
There's a solid chunk of ghosts over there.
Yeah, there's potential for that to come sweeping in pretty heavily, because you aren't at full health with that unit there. They're at 12 remaining wounds, which I can totally do damage to. But you did also punk my Purple Sun. That was a big deal. Just rolling a hard 9 on that, love that. Big respect there. It's good because it means I can still kind of bring it. There's counterplay to it. It's just a difficult counterplay. And you have to make that hard decision. We're going to go on and, scoring. You got eye for an eye? Absolutely. 2 points there. You're on 1 objective. You might be on, double check this one in a second. You're on 1 objective, 2 objectives, 3 objectives, and I'm on 3 unless this one's up for contention. Without a doubt, it is yours, because that's 2 models per beast, so that's 8. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That guy's in range. These ones are not. So perfect. If my Scriptor Mortis lived, I would have been okay, but he did not. What 2, 4, 6, 7, 8?
Yeah.
I would have been okay. Yeah, that would have been nice, awesome, that dope. So that's you get the extra victory point for holding more. So that's a 5-point turn for Nurgle. We're gonna go on to my turn. My turn 3, where I don't get to judge. It wouldn't have worked. It's okay. Well, this is our current score and current command points. I am down by 5 victory points this turn. I believe I would like to also go I4 and I here to try and kill a unit in glorious retribution.
It's definitely doable.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, well, I am gonna go into my hero phase. I still definitely want the purple sun out. Ooh, and then Travis is gonna call that one to be the alpha objective. Makes sense. Okay, so I need to wrestle control of that objective and that objective back. So all I have is 2, 3. I gotta take both of these back. That ain't gonna be easy. Or, failing that, take that one. With that, that's a possibility too. But I'll have to do something about these. These are pretty much ghosts, but they're Nurgle ghosts, so because they can go and just take that objective. I am upset because I could totally take that objective, the alpha objective. Because these guys can giddy up. I can't remember if the rules call, but they double their move characteristic, and they can run. So we can go at the double. These guys can move 30 inches a turn if they're not tied up in combat. That 30 takes them like way over here, and then I would take the objective because you only got 2 models on it. However, I need to deal damage with them. I suspect would be the more ideal play here. So I am going to. Still take eye for an eye. That's the alpha objective. I can't do any heroic actions. Did you want to do any heroic actions? Because of your plague of misery. Great and Clean One's going to attempt a command point.
4 up.
You got it. All right, you got one. I am then going to go into spell casting. We're going to start with our. He's already burned his Midnight Tome. That's a once per game ability. We're going to Spectral Lure, though. We're going to call it Ghost to the Battlefield. We're going to try and get this unit a little bit stronger. I believe it's a 6 to cast. We got a 10. I'd like to try and stop that.
Might as well.
Yeah, I only have 2 spell casts. Unit 11. That is a... No, I get D6 models back in that unit. 3. That is going to be 9 more attacks for this unit. The question is, where do they diddly go? That's, 5 are good there. No, that's 6 models. They got to be better coherency. Boop. They were probably already within 3 of something. Doesn't matter, they can all fall back anyways. And we still need the purple sun on the table. It's very good for Nighthaunt, and it'll help a lot. I need an 8 to cast it, though. That's not even close to an 8. It's a tough call. This is a damn tough call. I think we need to deal with them. Them and them. And just ignore them. They got too many words. So we are gonna, I was really considering bringing like their support over this way, but it's an 8-inch charge for the Knight of Shrouds to get over here, and I hate that. So we're gonna go, yeah, that's the plan. Okay, so we're gonna do stuff. Watch this. We're gonna have you guys whoosh, fall back. Oh, we're gonna retreat. And then these guys are gonna retreat. So they're gonna retreat too. The rest of this is gonna retreat as well. The characters retreat first, and while they're still engaged in combat, the Spirit Host retreats up and over to stop them from redeploying this way. So they can't steal my objective. So do you want to redeploy out that last move? Then we're gonna try some movements over here. We're gonna do our Knight of Shrouds first, flying and jumping here. I guess we'll keep our Tomb Banshee there. All right, so we went Hex Rays that way, Tomb Banshee stayed still. Knight of Shrouds went that way, like I said earlier, and then the Hex Rays over here just went up against the wall because they can't go to the other side, and no redeploying there, just gonna take the charge as is and save the command point, because only got a couple. Well, one's on the Great Unclean One, one's in the pool. Okay, we're on a shooting. The Banshee will shoot, I guess. She shoots once, it hits, it wounds. Ren 2, so just right to a ward save. It's a single damage.
5 up.
All right, one damage. One more wound on the champion left. And we're on to charging. We are gonna start with these Hex Raids here. Declaring charge. I'm gonna charge a 10. That's fight last, eh? Well, ain't that interesting. Never know. To reduce their stun. I'll take it. I'll take the fight last, I guess. So they're gonna go in there. You're gonna unleash Heck.
Yep. But
I am the active player, so I will choose to do my impact hits first. Yep. So 2+, for a 3 mortal wounds. I would love to take one of them out before they get the shooties.
Alright.
And that does kill the champion. And does 2 more damage to probably the musician. And then they unleash hell with the heroic leadership they got earlier. There's going to be 10 shots. You know, 4s.
Alright.
And 6s are good. Do we have a disease?
3s.
Oh, 4 saves. You are going to maybe... You kill 1 and a disease marker. Okay, let's go with a charge from my spiteful spirit. Next, my general. That is a 9. I'll use that to reduce your saves by 1. Let's put him... Gosh, I don't want to tempt the devil here and freaking go for the great uncleanness. We're just going to go 9 into there. We're going to leave room for that Banshee to fit right between them. So that's stun. And then he'll go take his wounds with him. And then the Banshee will declare charge. She'll get a 6. She'll fit nice in there. It'll be Shriek, so they're -1 to hit, stun, and petrified. That's the damn shame I didn't choose that battle tactic. But I guess they'd have to live or something too, so it's not great battle tactic. They're going to declare charge. They're going to get a 4. Well, forward to victory. 9, much better. Let's use that to stun again. We love stunning. Ooh, hoo, hoo, stun, stun, stun. No saves for you. It's not fun when you roll saves. It's only... All right, they're going to go up there. And that cost me a command point. I got 1 left. And then impact hits. It does 2. 2 ward saves. You... All right.
Good.
All right. All right, there we go. We got Shriek, Petrify, Stun, Stun. And over to here, we are going to start with our ghosts. We're going to charge 6. That's a Shriek. Let's go. And then, you know what? I'm going to come back to this. Let's do this charge here. They're going to charge. Ooh, that's a negative. I don't need -1 save, though. Oh, I need it for the horses. Yeah, okay. Boom, boom, boom. And they're going to get stunned. They're going to take 2 more wounds.
So 5s.
1 more wound. Get out of here, regular Plague Bearer. Oh, no. Need you guys to kill those 3. It's important. Then we on to the other charges over here. I would love to stun these toads. That would be amazing. Okay, let's start with our wizard charging. Wizard's going to go 5, which is -1 to hit. There, not bad. Let's go with our Spirit Torment, declaring a 7, which is, well, it's another -1 to hit. I am not going to keep track of any more than the 2. And lastly, we are going to go with our Bladegeist Revenants. An 8. Ooh, no. That's a stun, though. There we go, yeah. And they will charge into there. That is it. We are done charging. 4 attacks at me. I'm going to go over here first with the Bladegeist Revenants. And I'm not going to call anything because he can call... It's per battle round. I've already called it. No, I didn't call this round because they weren't in combat on your turn, right? That was on my last turn I called the battle round attack on him. So I'll just attack with the Bladegeist. These are 3s to hit, not 2s like I was about to say. And we have some automatic wounds. Do you guys hate that there's a single non-taco cat die in there? Because I do. 3s to wound, or 2s to wound. Actually, we've got our wizard nearby. So that's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 saves. 11 wards. Go right to ward here on this battlefield.
11 5-ups.
Well, you do make 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fail 6? Okay. Does finish off 1. And then allocates 5 wounds to this guy who will have 3 left. Haha. Boom. That's it for my pick. You get to go with him or them. Toad's going to try and take out Spirit Torment, man. He's got the attacks to do it, but he is currently shrieking. We're being shrieked at.
4 attacks with the claws, hitting on 6s.
Right.
Nope.
Are they not 5s? With the -2 doesn't stack more than the 1. Yeah.
So,
Just the
because
1.
they hit on 4, so yeah, the 5 will hit them.
Oh, we got the 1 hit then.
Wounding on a 3.
That's a wound. That is going to be a ghost save. We don't save it. 2 damage there, right? Mm-hmm. And warding. Well, he takes 1. Should have probably put that on the Spirit Host, but I got lucky I warded 1. And then the tail. Or tongue. Or both.
Failing body for D6 attacks.
5. And 5?
5s.
Oh, we got 2 hits. Disease, though.
On 3s.
2. He's got 4 up armor. Makes 1. It's kind of important. On a 3 up, I'll put that on a Spirit Host. Okay, I do. Spirit Host. Then I will go over here. Haha, they're just going to hang out there and attack. 5 attacks. No. Yes. Yes. Suddenly lacked all confidence in that. These are 2 3s to hit and 3s to wound. So that's 6 damage so far because of bounty hunters. And then the horses got 2 wounds. And then it also goes through your save, so that's another 4. So that's 10 damage on them. All right, what do they have? 5 upwards?
Yep, 5 upwards.
You make 3. That does kill them, though. All right, so I slay the plague bears. My plan kind of comes to fruition a little bit there. Okay, and then you cannot pick them yet, so I'm going to resolve the rest of these attacks. I'll do the Spirit Host. Get that out of the way quickly. We have a wound. All right, it's 1 6-up save and 5 up ward.
6-up save.
And a 5-up ward.
5 up ward.
We have 2 wounds left, and then I'm going to go with the nerd, the wizard. He'll pile in and he'll attack. 3 attacks with this chill blade. He's just keeping it real, dude. 1 wound at rend, no save, so it's 2 damage. And ward.
5 up.
Whoa, no damage. Oh, we got the Spirit Torment left. Can he do 2 damage? 3 attacks. That's bad. That's not good. That really throws my plan off. There's nothing. There's no way for me to wiggle out of that one. That's just the roll. All right. I think about all out attacking. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna go up to here next. Over to here. I would love to get another wound on my Knight of Shrouds, I guess. So he will strike first. Got 4 attacks with the Sword of Stolen Hours. He's got 3 hits. And he wounds 3 times. There's no save. That's 6 damage so far. And his horse, of course. 2 more saves. How many stuns are on them? 2. Okay. 8 ward saves.
So 8 5-ups.
Oh, nice to make 4 damage. It does finish off the 1. And then that means the Banner Bear has 4 remaining wounds. Good luck. 4 remaining wounds there. And then we'll go with the Hex Wraiths, who are going to pile in and make room for their friend. We'll just go there and attack. These are, I'm going to use his Lord of Geist ability on them. They get +1 to hit without spending a command point once per once per battle round, which I didn't do yet. So that's 2s to hit. I definitely should have used that command point earlier on that toad though. And these are 3s to wound, no save. That's 5, 9 wards. 9 wards. Save the horse rules. 9 wards. You make 4, but you do take 5 damage and die. So he does go down. This little flank of cavalry here has been avoiding disease points for a little bit. Other than these guys here, but I kind of messed up. I could have yelled with the Banshee. No, that's at the end of the charge phase. Never mind, I couldn't yell with the Banshee. I could yell with the Banshee, but I'm not going to bother. To make the Unleash Hell more expensive, that does not work that way. These guys can pile in, but they're not going to bother, I guess. Sure. There we go, because they charge, they're eligible to pile in. But that's about it. Obviously, we're going to stay outside the Great Unclean One's threatening range, and then these can go away. I believe that is it. And the Banshee can pile in too, I guess. Aha, go Banshee, go. In the combat phase, this guy heals a wound, and gains a wound characteristic. He's at 8 wounds. And it's the disease phase, so go ahead and roll the 4 up for them. All right. They are going to suffer. Is that a 4?
Nope.
That's a 2. You're okay. There's no more diseases over there, but we got, I got to tick these all up. Boom, because that's where he lived. He lived. At the end of the combat phase, I do get to heal, though, so there's that, too. So tick, 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 and then 3 of them come back. I could heal his disease marker and back to full, then he just gains a disease marker. No, I'd rather have 3 of them. So these 3 are going to come back up over around there to get more bodies on the objective. And then roll away. Where do you want to start?
We'll do the Spirit Host.
No!
So 4s.
Ooh,
Nope.
they're okay. Got 1 wound left, 1 disease marker. Then the...
Blade Geist. Nope.
Which guys?
The Blade Geist.
Oh, there's 2 on them. You roll 1 more.
Oh.
1 more roll. And then they have a 6-up ward. They will lose. Did I screw up my positioning a little bit here? Kind of did. So I have to lose you. Our Spirit Torment. He's got 2 on him. He takes neither. And then our Guardian of Souls. 2 chances to damage him. Ooh, he'll take both of them. I'll take a ward. Down to 3 wounds remaining. My poor heroes. But we got to risk it. They're kind of all we have left. When you buy 6 heroes, sometimes we're going to have to carry the list too. Okay. All right. Now we're on to scoring. I get eye for an eye because I killed a unit. I killed 2 units, but I only get the 1 that matters. So that's 2 points there. I'm on this objective. I'm on this objective, that objective, and that objective now.
I'll say you have 1, 2, and more.
Yeah, 1, 2, and more. And this one you have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I probably have I have 7 here, so I probably have this one. So actually, I have 4. I have 6 on that one. You have 5. Okay, yeah. So I get all those 1, 2 more, and my battle attack. That's 5 points. We did it. We were able to accomplish it. That means as we go into the 4th battle round, the cycle will go up, and I get to roll for curses. Ooh, but there's the only one who's cursed are these 2 guys. I'll roll for whatever. Horticulus suffers a mortal wound. I've been forgetting the stupid Great Unclean One takes a D3 plus 1 mortal wound every time, but so yeah, go ahead and do his ward save, I guess.
5 up.
You are going to take 1 damage on him, and then the Great Unclean One is dodging the curse this turn. Boop. All right, so he's got, 9 wounds left on him, and then it's roll time. This is probably the last battle round of the game, based on this roll. So if you win the priority, the damage on Horticulus doesn't matter, but I could get a double turn here, which would be quite a bit of scoring. Let's just see. I got a 5. It's one of those, like, I'd be throwing if I didn't take it, kind of thing. So I gotta do a quick little Nighthaunt turn here on turn 4. Death snags a double turn. I'm almost that roll there kind of dictates winner or loser, I suspect. Okay, well then we will go into Nighthaunt turn 4, and then that means you take your damage, you keep your damage. Is that the alpha objective?
That's gonna be the alpha objective.
Again?
Oh, that's right. I did that one last.
You know, you can pick it again. You can pick it again. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
either
I
way,
was say, you have the other 2.
Yeah.
Nice second.
He refuses. He's gonna pick one of the objectives I already have. One of the 2 I already have.
Yeah.
Because we said in the beginning we were gonna pick the same one twice, but I was only agreeing as a joke.
No, you're doing it. So it's that one.
That one, I get an extra point if I hold that one. Done. All right, that's the one. I'm gonna do a hypothetical Scriptum Mortis roll because I'm just sad he's dead. It's turn 4. Oh god. Oh god, I've got to get rid of that model, dude. He's not good, but he's so cool. Man, I think it's totally okay to have like a cool model on your list, but do something, Scriptum Mortis. I'd be even happy with doing like 2 mortal wounds. Give me like 2 mortal wounds or something. Judge, you've been judged by Nagash, and you've been found wanting. Give me something. All right, we are gonna proceed with the rest of my hero phase. Ooh, the new cycle. My battle tactic will be gaining momentum, hold more objectives than Travis and Nurgle, and kill a unit. I'm gonna kill that unit, that 2-wound toad. As much as I was griping about not killing it earlier, it allows me to take that battle tactic. Granted, I could have just taken against the odds. That's always a super easy one, so I have against the odds in my pocket for turn 5. We'll do that battle tactic. I have no recoveries I want to do, so I guess I'll do leadership. Let us do. That's my leadership, so I failed. Great Unclean One's gonna do leadership.
So
That's a 6.
he's got one.
You got it, nice. Gonna Arcane Bolt, I think, just to try and take care of that guy a little bit easier here. And then, yeah, Bolt. 7! You might as well, I only have one other wizard, so. Got us 2 and a 6? No, you do not. So
7.
We got an Arcane Bolt, so I'll shoot that off in the beginning of the movement phase. We're gonna go with our Knight of Shrouds, who's got a book. His book taught him how to cast Purple Sun of Shadish, so we're gonna try that again. 8. Oh, we got it! 8! So you need 9 to stop it.
All right.
No, I see 6. No! No! All right, that's fine. That should be my hero phase. So start of the movement phase, zap. Ideal. 3 mortal wounds to the Beast of Nurgle. Ward!
3 5-ups.
You make, oh, you're good. You're good. He only has 2 wounds, so you just need to make 2 of them. You monster, by the way. You are an absolute monster. There we go. Nice, he's got 1 wound remaining. I gotta kill him, but I gotta kill them. Well, I don't have to kill them, but I would like to kill them. Everything is a threat. All right, we're gonna move our Hex Rays over this way. We're gonna move our Banshee back here, because we just kind of want her floating in this area to take these. I'm gonna lose this automatically to the Great Unclean One. But it does free up my stuff to go elsewhere and let the Great Unclean One do kind of whatever he wants later. We are gonna try and get these guys somewhat, but we gotta keep some of the heroes over here. So I am gonna hopefully kill you with an amalgamation of probably my wizard and the spirit host. So we're gonna have you. Actually, and all the characters are gonna try and kill that guy again. Round 2, characters versus Beast of Nurgle. So they're falling back that way. Then the Blade Geist Revenant's gonna retreat this direction. Then they'll retreat there. And the spirit host will retreat this way. Again, trying to trap the Beast of Nurgle so he can't redeploy anywhere. And then these lads. Oh! The intent is we're 3 inches away everywhere. The idea here is we're going to charge everywhere. We're not going to bother shooting. I don't care about shooting. The corruption table, which I forgot to mention earlier, is nauseous revulsion. So I'm -1 to all my charge rolls, and I cannot pile in closer to Nurgle units. I have to stay the same distance away when I go to pile in. It is my favorite cyclic corruption. It is the best one. I think it is so powerful, and it depends on the order it works in. Say you get on the top of the turn, you could charge wherever you want, and you could charge into like the corner or something, and then that unit cannot pile in closer, and you just tie things up. It's brutal. It's such a bad battle round for certain matchups. We're gonna go ahead and start charging though. We'll charge. Yeah. We're gonna get a fight last, I guess. I should probably. That's an 11 technically, but we're gonna go. Bloop. Yeah, we'll say fight last. And then we are gonna go with the wizard. We're gonna charge a 4, but that's good enough because we're 3 away, and that's gonna be a -1 to hit. Then the Spear Torment is going to get a 7, which is another -1 to hit. So we have no stuns on him, but we got a couple of -1s to hit and a fight last. Let's go with our Blade Geist charging 6 into a 5, which is a -1 to hit. So the important thing there is that's all I'm able to get in. That I will not be able to pile in and attack any better. So I got 4, and it just compounds with that -1 of the charge roll. It's so good. Let's go with the Hex Rays charging 6. So I was -1 to hit. These guys are just going to go there. They're going to fight from where they are, but I'm going to do mortal wounds. Maybe. Nope, I'm not going to do mortal wounds. And then last charge. That's a 10. Ooh. I think I want to reduce their save. I definitely want to reduce their save, so I'm not going to stun them. That's a 10 though. So you have to make sure everyone charges in and we don't get stuck by nastiness. You'll go there and you'll go over here. And then over to those Hex Rays. They're going to charge. 12. Other squad gets impact hits too, so I'll move them into their impact hits and I'll go back and do theirs. They're gonna go over to here, and over to here. There we go. I am going to do impact hits here, and I'm going to declare that he is going to be stunned, probably. Yeah, we'll go for stun. So we do a total of 2 mortal wounds to him. He's got 5 aboard. You do 1 damage. He's got 7 wounds left. The impact hits from the second charge over there will deal 3 more wounds. So 2 damage though. 7 left and 2 damage over there. Him down to 3. I'm gonna realize that I forgot to move my Night Shrouds. I'm just gonna leave him there. I don't even know what I would do with him.
There's not really much.
Yeah, not much. He's gonna chill, keep it real. He's done his job. I was actually thinking about charging him into the Great Unclean One for fun, but I think that's a tango I lose 9 out of 10 times. So I'm gonna show respect and completely forget about my model. We have always fights last over here, so I don't have to worry about that. That one's kind of scary. So is this one, but there is less wounds over there. So we are gonna, man, I have to be careful how I attack too. So if I kill models, then I can't pile in. So all I lose if that guy dies is 1 attack there. I lose a lot more attacks there, so I'll attack first with those dummies up there, I guess. 11 attacks on 2s, and we are going to miss 4. We got 3 wounds though. These are 2s to him because we're near the Guardian. 1 fail, so that's going to be 5, 6 ward saves so far, and the horses. So 6 ward saves. Oh wow, bloodthirsty, dude. They all hit. 1 wound. And 3s because of the Guardian. Damn, that's pissed off horses. 7 6-up armor saves. You make none, and then that's a total of 13 ward saves. All right,
5 ups.
All right, we do some damage there. Wow, I do 9 damage. You have 3 left. I'll pick that bad boy up. Bloop. And
So he'll have 2 left because he'll take 6.
Oh, he's only got 8 wounds, right? You have 2 wounds left. That's my attack, so you get to attack with either one of them. This toad was going to swing back.
I'll go into the Blade Geist.
I'll try and beat them up a little bit.
Yep.
Works for me. Just -1 to hit is all, but you get +1 to hit because you got homie there. So you can give him another +1 to hit on 3s if you wanted to, with the heroic leadership.
Yeah, I'll give him +1 to hit. I have the command points.
You got the that'd be your leadership one.
3s to hit.
It helped. Nice.
3s to wound.
You are going to wound me 3 times. That's scary because we're ghosts though. That was 2 damage each.
Attacks.
3.
And 3s.
You can reroll that one. It's not flat. 3 of them. Wait, these are the hits or the wounds?
These are the hits.
All right, so we got a disease marker.
3 to wound. Nope.
Increase that to 2 there. Okay, we are gonna opt to go with those horses up there. 3s. Oh, these guys are not nearly as mad as the other ones. And 3s. 4 at no save so far because of the stun. And then the horses, we got a 6 in there. 2 more at 6 up. 3 more.
3 6-ups.
Make 1, and then that's 6 wards. Wards.
6 5-ups.
Oh, takes 5 damage. He's got 2 wounds left. Then he can attack me back. +1 to hit because Horticulus is nearby.
Alright, so...
Please don't destroy all my horses.
3s.
Alright, that's a disease marker and 3 hits.
And 3s.
Boop.
It's 1.
1. They're going to discorporate too because I need them to live. That's a fail. That's 2 damage so far. Put those up there.
Attacks.
1.
Does hit.
Does hit because it's +1. Does not wound.
Does
up.
not.
5s. I make 1 ward. Glorious. Look at that. And that is it for over here. We are going to move to this side of the battlefield where I will attack these 2 Hex Wraiths. 5 attacks from the riders. That's a wound. They do not get the +1, so 3 ward saves so far. The horses. So 3 wards, just 4 ward saves. Oh, 1 armor save and then a ward. 6 up.
6 up.
Okay, there it's 3 ward saves. He's got 2 wounds left.
5-ups.
1 more ward save. There's 3 in total, sorry.
Okay.
And he dies. Got the toad. Then no one else is able to pile in because noxious revulsion and all that stuff. And okay, that means we are. Oh, I gotta do this over here.
Yep.
That's right. I'll do the chill wizard. Choose to unsheath his chill blade and wound twice. 6 up save.
Save.
You take 2 damage. You have a ward save against. He
And it's
dies. All right. Boom and a boom. Okay, and then at the end of the combat phase, you're gonna tick up all the disease marker. Tick up their disease marker over there. They're at 2. And then we're gonna use our Spirit Torment to heal this guy 3 wounds. We're gonna use 1 to heal the disease and the other one to heal him back to full. And then the other one's wasted. Because I don't think I need to yet. I'd rather just have him available to take hits. And that is it. So Battle Shock or Disease Time. Please, where would you love to start this nonsense? Just like go over here and work our way over?
I will get this one done first.
Get that one out of the way over there.
So
All right.
For the horses,
2 of them.
4-ups.
1 wound. I have a 6 up ward, which I do make. So the disease is down to 1. And then I have 1 here, 2 there, and 2 between the 2 characters.
The other set of
1
horses.
there. That's a wound. They have a ward. They do not make it. Let's wound that same guy, I suppose.
The blade guys.
They have 2. Is that clutch 6? That's a
1.
ward. I take it. We are going to lose. I just realized my coherency was broken on that charge. I couldn't legally charge that way, so I would have had to charge something more like that, which I still would have been able to attack, kind of, if I did a little bit proper. But 1 guy is going to die, so we'll say him. Your Torment, you got a 5. That does take out more wound. Then roll for the Guardian as well.
Guardian does not.
Spirit Torment will take his wound. He will suffer it. He's got 2 wounds left. Here we go. And that's that. That's all she wrote. Scoring. I get my gaining momentum because I have more objectives and I killed the picked unit. And I get max for the hold 1, hold 2, hold more. And then I do get the alpha objective on over here. That'd be a 6-point turn for the Nighthaunt there on the alpha objective. Actually can't remember which objective I picked to be the one because of the double turn. I'm going to randomize it. Oops. 1, 2, 3. That's the one you got to go for. And if that was the one I picked, I'm sorry guys, I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. It's deep in the footage.
Yeah.
Then for contagion points, you're getting 2, 5. Yeah, because I'm in your territory and I wrestled you out of mine. What are you going to do for your battle tactic?
So for the battle tactic, I'll do this one's mine and have my general try to kill the Knight of Shrouds.
Yeah, spoke my general, eh? All right, cool. That's fine. That's fine. All right, heroic action. You want to do anything in particular?
I'll have Great and Clean One go for a command point.
Well, you can do +1 move
Actually,
for Finest Hour.
I'll do Finest Hour. We
Yeah.
are far enough in. I should probably do Finest Hour.
Just get that +1 wound on my guy.
Yeah.
Fair. I am going to do heroic recovery on my Spirit Torment. Let's try and get him healing here. So he heals up to D3. He's going to heal 2. He'll heal off the disease and heal 1 wound. He heals back up to full.
So he goes to full.
D3 on the Beastie Boy. No, he's at 5. Is there any damage on the big guy?
No, the Great and Clean ones took him like 1 wound,
Yeah.
maybe, and then that would be it.
He did dodge it. He dodged it a couple times, I think, too. Even though I've been forgetting the +1 more wound, he would have well overhealed all of those at this point. For the Nurgle turn, you're never really out, right, when you have summoning. So the plan here is to summon some Nurglings over here, which are, how much are they to summon?
I think they're 8.
That's pretty good. I like Nurglings.
Yeah,
Is
the
it
swarm
one-
is 8.
Is it 1 base of Nurglings?
It's 3
bases of
3
Nurglings.
bases of Nurgling.
We're thinking we're going to summon Nurglings here. That beast of Nurgle is going to go and help the back line out. Not too sure what Horticulus is going to do yet, and then the Great and Clean is going to try and punk a general.
Clean one is gonna do.
Maybe an Arcane Bolt's not a bad idea if you make the charge.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go Arcane Bolt on himself.
Looking for 5. And I see
8.
not a 3. I'll try and unbind. I get a 9, 10.
Slummox, or I'm gonna try cast Mystic Shield on Slummox.
Oh, there you go. +1 to save. Looking for also a 5.
no,
I see.
that's 4.
Oh,
We don't get that.
there's
spell.
always one fail.
Never that
Unclean
spell.
one. Right,
That
never
one.
that spell. Never that spell, it's true. Best bet is to move nothing near the Knight of Shrouds because you risk a redeploy of me going over the ruins, thus making the charge more difficult. So it's a 6-inch charge currently as it is, so it's way safer.
This beast is gonna run because he
Yes.
can.
6
He's moving
inches.
6.
Hell yeah. And then Horticulus is going to move up to our Hex Raids here. Smart moving him. That way, if I redeploy here, the Great and Clean one's safe to move. So I will not be redeploying. So yeah, we're just going to move there. And in the move phase, we got a Nurgling swarm popping up around here. Boop. Your objective. And charge time. Oh, shoot time.
Yep.
E6 shots. I'm not going to discorporate. I'll save that for the melee phase if you get in there.
So D6 for
3.
3s
Yes. That is a boom.
and a disease.
It begins.
So 2s to wound.
We get our ghost save. We make all 3. We do take a disease marker because of the 6 to hit. And then we're on to charging. Do you want to start with the Great and Clean one? For a
Yeah,
forward
we'll
to victory?
Start with Great and Clean one.
Need a 6. You got a 7. You're in. Nice. Nothing I can do about that. Welcome to the party, big boy.
Boop.
Can charge that beast Nurgle
Beast
in.
Nurgle's gonna go.
And
And
1 and a 4. Good enough.
it's D3 mortal wounds.
What was that? A
6.
6. D3 mortal wounds on my ghosties. That's 1. I am not a ghost. You'd be so kind as to remove that last ghost in line and move that disease marker over.
Oop.
Boop. And I am down to 3. Oh,
No.
Travis is punishing himself for not retreating and charging.
Yeah, I could have done it too.
It's okay. You probably get him anyways. Okay, well, that's it. And you said you didn't want to charge him? Hold him
I'm
back
gonna leave Slummox out of it.
in case you need get the double turn. Yeah, have him not tied up in combat if you need him somewhere randomly. Okay, that means we have fighting. Oh no, we have your monstrous rampage on the Great and Clean one. He
He has Mountain of Loathsome Flesh.
hate that. This is one of the greater strengths of the Great and Clean ones. They do 2 on a 2-up. They do 4 mortal wounds to any target. It can be another monster even.
And it's 2.
All right, I got a ward save. I got 8 wounds on him. I take 2 wounds. He's got 6 wounds left. You're gonna fight here first during your greatest hour, and I will discorporate. I'll get a 5-up ward. Giant sword on 3s. Okay, wounding on. Is it 4s normally?
It's not normally 4s.
Yeah, because we all had attacked. Yeah,
all
all right.
attack with mega 3s.
So we have 2 hits and a disease marker. Let's put that up to 2.
And
Plus 1 to wound for finest hour. 2s to wound. Does it matter? Not quite. I'm a ghost. Ooh, that's 8 damage. I just was a ghost for. The plague flails.
so it's hitting on, I believe, 2s. I will double.
Well, you know what? All 3 of
Doesn't
those
matter.
hit. Yeah. 2s to wound here. Let me live.
2.
Let me live. I'm a ghost. 2 damage.
3 damage.
Oh, and I ward none. I have 3 wounds left.
And now
Oh my god, there's 15 Nurglings on him right now. That actually might get me. It's 4s and 4s. 7. I might be okay. If not, the disease points are coming. That's right. 4s to hit because of all that attack. That is 5 disease markers. Okay, so we're at 7. And then
4s.
4s to wound. These don't do anything extra. 4 saves. I'm an ethereal. Nice. But I get the 7 disease markers on me. I won't bother getting another die. I won't remember he's at 7. That's it. We lived. We lived. I guess I'll fight back over here. I'm going to try and kill that guy, even though I don't think I'll be able to. Let's do 7 attacks. And that's on... I have no command points. We have 3s to hit and We are wounding once. And then we have our horse, of course. 1 hit, 1 wound. We have 1 5-up and 1 6-up save. The 5-up.
5-up.
The horse gets through, maybe ward save it. The horse does the damage, and then the 6-up because of the scythe. And then a ward. Oh, just the horse gets in. Excellent. Boop, boop.
The beast will attack,
So-
or attacks with the claws.
There should be both +1 to hit. That was kind of the idea, keeping him over there.
So 3s.
You know what? We got a hit. We got a hit.
3s.
I'm a ghost. No, that's 2 damage so far. Do the tongue. I'll do them all together, I suppose.
For the tongue.
D6 for the tongue.
And 3s.
Ah, 2 more disease. And they all hit.
And 3s.
So that's going to be 3 saves. I'm a ghost. Okay, it's a 5 in total for wards. And that is going to be 2 dead and a wound. I love Beast and Nurgle. They're all over the place, dude. There's a wound left on my Hell Wraith. And then that guy charged, he can still pile in.
Yep.
Night of Shrouds will be next. We'll just do him last. So boop, pile in.
Come in.
And I got 1 wound left. What you got, dog?
4 claws.
Probably still hitting on 3s. Yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
It's all good. Within 14's pretty big range.
And 3s.
I fail both. I'm a ghost.
4 damage.
And then, oh yeah, he's dead. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Charge him in? No, that drags him out of 4.
That's the, that's true. Because there was a lot of 3s there to hit, actually. There was only 3s to hit, I think, other than the tail. So it was actually pretty good. He kept him over there. Now, that was my objective for a turn. I guess my Night of Shrouds with the Sword of Stolen Hours is going to go next to see if he can cut a flank off this Great Unclean one. I hit on 3s. All right. That wounds. And 3s. So 2 saves at Rend 1. Because of Greatest Hour.
4-ups.
Oh, didn't even need it. We got the horse. That's a hit. That's not a wound. We're done. All right. All right. End of the combat phase. I got some healing on stuff over there. I'll do that in a second. But I'll want to trigger the Spiteful Spirit. So I took damage. So at the end of the combat phase, if I take damage, I roll dice equal to my wound characteristic, which goes up every time he kills models. And then for every 4+, every enemy unit within 6 inches, just that guy, will take a mortal wound. And I explode and do 3 mortal wounds, which you got a 5-up board against. You don't care about my spitefulness. Oh, you do take 3 damage though. And then, we're on to the Battle Shock phase, where I'm going to take, you get 7 disease rolls against me, and I got 3 wounds left.
Right. 7 disease wounds.
Oh no, that's enough to kill me. 1 6-up, baby. Oh, in the end, it was the Nurglings that kill him. It was the Nurglings. You get your battle tactic, and my general dies.
Mine is, I'm pretty sure the attacking general has to kill him.
Oh, I think you're right. The Nurglings killed him later. Huh. It has to be an attack. So it has to be the sword, the flail, or the Nurglings striking, not the effect. It doesn't even list abilities, so you can't, like, say you have, like, impact hits or something, or say you killed me with your monster's rampage. That wouldn't have counted either. Interesting. Huh. I can't believe I lived all those attacks. Well, that's where Ethereal gets iffy. Yeah, that's where it's a suspicious one, too. Okay. Right, so these guys, I have another Spirit Host back. I got to do a couple disease rolls. Oops. Disease rolls over here.
Yep.
Wounded Horse. That is, nope.
Nope.
And then we have a Revenant.
Revenants.
Yep. They are going to take that, and we are going to lose, well, we're a good way to lose you. The Guardian of Souls is still diseased. He is... Takes a wound. He does. He's got 2 wounds left. Boop. And then there'd be a second Spirit Host here. And keep a good Spirit Host down. They've been getting beat up all game long. That's from him in the combat phase, if anyone's curious. Okay, score-wise, you don't get the battle tactic, unfortunately, but you're on 1, 2, 3 of the objectives, but not more than me. So you do get 2 points. You get the curse on the Great Unclean one. Ooh, he's going to suffer. That's 3 mortal wounds because he's a Monstar. He's got a ward save. You reroll the 2. So we got 2 damage so far.
Okay.
And just 2. So he's at 13. And then we got Horticulus, who's going to suffer 1.
Ward is 1.
1 damage. So down to 9, and that's it. So score is currently in my favor by 4 points. We have a roll-off for the last turn. I win ties. Oh, that's game. That will be game. I will get enough points that unfortunately the forces of Nurgle will not be able to keep up. Excellent game though, dude.
That was very good.
That was pretty tight. Oh man, everyone, I needed the double turn at some point. It's kind of the point of the thing. We'll jump into the post game. We'll talk about it a little bit there. I'm not too sure how I feel about that philosophy of Nighthaunt. Maybe I'm approaching it the wrong mindset, but it is very effective for them. So we'll touch on it there, and I want to know your guys' feedback. Again, thank you for the game. That was dope.
That was fun.
Come by and challenge us like Travis did and his friends. They came by from southern New York, near Vermont. I'm not too sure where.
That'd be northern New York, but...
Oh, sorry, northern New York,
Yeah.
yes. Is that really northern New York?
Yeah.
Oh, it would be. You're right.
Yeah.
My geography, not great. But we're all in southern Ontario, near Niagara Falls, near Buffalo. Check it out. If you're nearby, you want to play war games, especially Age of Sigmar. Happy wargaming. See you in the post game. Paired with this game you just watched in the MiniWarGaming Vault, you better believe we have a lot more to go along with it. This will be available to our Vault members as well as our YouTube members. If you want to know more, all you have to do is click on the link down below, and that'll redirect you to where you need to be to have access to this battle report. If you want to see how it plays out, it will be the new Warriors of Chaos against the cities of Sigmar. Well, didn't realize how late it was. Jeez. Kind of like got lost in the game, sort of. Went kind of slowly through the motions. This one really felt like Death versus Nurgle, like 100%.
Yeah.
Everything about it was Death versus Nurgle.
Slow, meticulous.
Yeah, very slow, very meticulous. Came down to that double turn on the fourth turn there. Like every time I play these guys, I've talked about it in the previous games, I can build a one-drop list and then force my opponent to go first. I like the artifacts though, but when I do that, I'm always forced to go first, which is fine because I can zip around, grab a few victory points early on. I'm fast enough to do it. And then afterwards, I just give up. And I try and get into a position knowing that I'm going to give up the double turn right away if I can. And if they force, the problem is where they force me to go again on the second turn. I guess I would just do the same thing, grab a couple points, maybe pounce on something if I can. But what do you think about the philosophy of, and I find this with a lot of Death armies, if Death can go twice in a row, granted, a lot of armies are powerful when they go twice in a row, but Nighthaunt is gotta be one of the worst in the game if they go twice in a row.
Yeah, because you got to stack the charge bonuses.
Twice
That's
in a row.
where it gets
yeah.
you.
And no matter what, they can never be tied up. Unless there's rules that say they can't retreat. Then there's that, yeah. But there is the fact that no matter what position they're in, they can always benefit from a double turn, which is kind of rare. A lot of armies can't benefit from a double turn if they're tied up everywhere or if they're pinned down somewhere. Mm-hmm. These guys have fly, quick movement, the ability to retreat and charge in the same turn no matter what. So if they get a double turn, they hit something, give it -1 to hit, -2 to its saves, fight last, they hammer it, they barely get hit back because you're -1 to hit, and I'm already ethereal. And then I get a double turn, I have to do it all again.
Yeah, because you chunk all the wounds out the first time too, so it's bracketed somewhere.
Correct. Yeah, so it's bracketed, it's not fighting, it's fighting at half strength. In the few games I played, I have a lot of fun playing Nighthaunt. I think their rules are very elegant or eloquent. They work well on paper, and they don't want to be stuck in prolonged combat. That's where the double turn kind of comes from. But they get to pretty much pick all their fights. They're like a weird elven undead army. Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
the best way to explain it, yeah.
They're where they want to be when they want to be there, and they are agile, and they're hard to catch. They're hard to get in a bad spot. You almost, you had me you had me there for the one round, and look how quickly my army started to crumble.
Yeah, a lot of things just disappeared
everything
as soon as
just,
it
boom.
stayed.
Yeah, and one bad, if you're caught, I feel like with Nighthaunt, in my probably not too many games of experience, you can get caught out once. You get caught out a second time, you're done. Yeah. If I didn't get that double turn, I probably would have lost that game. I would probably
Turn 4 was definitely the crucial turn.
Yes, absolutely it was there. But again, the whole play, I don't know, what do you guys think online? Leave a comment down below. Do you think that's how Nighthaunt's supposed to be played? You play very cautiously at first and give up the double turn when you can and take it later on. Grab points where you can, or do you build one drop list and just tell your opponent to go first and just take the double turn whenever it pops up right away? I don't know. I'm curious. I don't like that philosophy because that reminds me too much of early AOS, Destruction.
Yes.
And that was, if I'm to be blunt, bad game. That was bad. Those were bad games.
Yep.
So if the philosophy of this list is battle regiment, one drop, force the opponent to go first, you rush forward, hope for a double turn, and crush them, that's not a good game. I like this a little bit more, where I have to give up. I get to nab some first turn points, grab a 5-point turn, put a pressure on my opponent, and then give up the double turn, and hopefully redeploy or not get caught out too heavily with my units. And I'm having a lot of fun playing that way. Then I find there's a lot of back and forth, and then it pretty much puts a lot of pressure on the opponent right away. To keep up in points, and then you have to worry about the double turn. It works especially well against a slow opponent. Now, granted, I've only played against Nurgle, Warriors of Chaos, And it's been a while since the other one, but they were also a slow army, so I could really like, here, you move forward. All right, go ahead and move again. You won't catch me too badly. But did you charge me in the second turn? Yeah, you did. The plague drones charged me. Yeah. Yeah, so I couldn't run away from everything, but I was able to weather that storm a little bit there.
Yeah. Everything pretty much was solid.
Yeah, it was a damn good game. I like the mission. It's one of my favorite missions because of the way the deployment works out. You have to really spread your force out. Now, planning out that deployment is a headache. Not ideal. But then once you start playing, it all becomes very clear where your territories are, right? It's like, done, no problem. Makes it all pretty easy. And again, like all the terrain we had on the table was a weird one too, because like we want our tables to look like they have some sort of theme going on, like there's something happening here. It's a place of important site, but then it doesn't really work super well with the secondaries, where it's just like it pretty much just gives everyone a free secondary. But I guess if everyone has a free secondary, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Okay, that's fine too, I guess. I don't know. I want to know your guys' thoughts down below. What was your favorite moment of the game, by the way? I want to get you guys involved in the comments. I want to see everyone talking. What was your favorite moment? You know, if maybe I can recreate it or maybe make that kind of stuff happen again. Did you like how long the game lasted? Do you want to see more aggressive Nighthaunt play? Do you hate the list? Do you hate the script? Or I will try and do something literally anything but him. But I'll keep running it for now because I think I really like this list to a degree, and I'll swap out a few of the characters. Maybe I'll take the Banshees out and throw in a Cruciator or, you know, things like that. I'm going to keep the core as it is, I think, unless I can think of some better way to run it. Because, like, I don't know if there's a good replacement for the Bladegeist Revenants. They seem like they're pretty solid.
Them.
Yeah.
They're solid.
I can run more Hex Rays, but I don't know. I like the Bladegeist Revenants because they come back a lot with the summonable stuff.
I do like the Aura Master, though.
Yeah, the Aura, sorry, which one?
The Ferryman who can teleport.
Oh yeah, he's kind of. I don't have him yet. I'm gonna get him. He'd be. He's like more advanced play. Like he's like really like out there kind of play, because he can teleport. Anywhere he is, he picks a unit if he can see them, and then they both teleport somewhere on the table, right?
Yeah, it's like it's close to the Ferryman spell.
That's pretty cool. I'll get him. I'll get the Cruciator. And because I think the Cruciator would work better with the Philosophy of the List, protecting these guys, making it so they're -1 damage. So there would be -1 to wound, -1 damage, and they can protect my characters while the Hex Rays do flanking work, and then these guys hide behind the thing and then just pounce on whatever commits to them. That's kind of like the idea of the list. And I'm fast enough to try and make it work, so I kind of want to try and recreate that. So I need at least that character, and then the Cruciator could be like take Bladegeist Revenant somewhere else on the table and threaten that area of the table. That'd be kind of fun too, especially when you're on the bottom half of the turn and you can smell that double turn coming. That's really good. And he's not a bad fighter either. All the Nighthaunt characters, pretty good scrappers. I like the. Why do you play all demons? Curious. I meant to ask that earlier. Do you have any mortals, or you just prefer the demon side?
I have mortals. I just found it easier to do demon stuff to vary it.
Well, it's easier to bring it around. Their rules are, well, especially with the Beast of Nurgle build, the rules are a lot simpler too. I liked it because it's when it works, it really works because of all the healing, because everything's multiple wounds, everything heals D3 wounds every turn. It can get pretty rough for your opponent to dig through it, but we eventually got there. We eventually got there. Wards on wards on wards on wards. Turns out, no surprise, this game's going to be nearly 2 hours long. Anyways, folks, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch y'all next time for some more Age of Sigmar. Remember, go to MiniWarGaming.com/challenge. Sign up if you want to play some games with us there. Talk to Josh. Thanks again for the game, Travis. That was amazing.
It was fun.
And I look forward to the next one, my friend. Happy wargaming, everybody. Toodaloo.